Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com. Welcome to the Texas Farm Store Coyote Pack Broadcast pregame show. Texas Farm Store, locally owned and operated for over 50 years. And now, your hosts, Simon and Al Ortiz, on your official home for Uvalde Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, Game 3. Welcome to Poteet, Texas. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. It is Game 3. The Coyotes are 2-0. The stadium music is blaring. The Coyotes have finished warming up and are heading to the locker room before kickoff. And this is Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer. Again, we're broadcasting live out of the strawberry capital of the world. And, hey, the birthplace of George Strait. With me, as always, is my commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, former Coyote left guard in class of 76.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Simon Ortiz here with you. Oh, it's going to be a great night tonight. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be some hidden, and there's going to be some loving.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. It is football. It is Friday night. We're in the great state of Texas, and the Coyotes are coming off of an emotional game. A win over the Eagle Pass win Mavericks last week. It was not only their home opener, but it was also the 50th anniversary of the 1972 state championship. And it was the home opener in a community that was needing something to come together for after the tragedy of May 24th. There was a lot of emotion stirring around in the stadium, and the Coyotes fed off of that emotion and also gave us some emotion too, right, Pops?
It was awesome, Al. It was the best I had felt in a long time. I hadn't felt that since I was out there in the field at the Honey Bowl, and it was just. I'll tell you what, I was very, very impressed with the kids. They did an awesome job, a beautiful job. I mean, it was the atmosphere was so energetic. It was action packed. It was pressure. And you know what? I was very, very, very impressed with the young men. With all the distractions, they got up at 6 a.m. to be on ABC.
Yeah, and Good Morning America.
Yes, and then the TV cameras and the personalities and the Texans and here and there, and they still had the concentration to be able to pull this game out. I was so impressed.
And you know, Pops, I mean, you played high school football. Obviously, you're a former Coyote. I played high school football. If I got up at 6 a.m. and then had that type of day from start to finish, I would be running on fumes. And that just speaks to this team's heart that they've shown in really what it looks like it's going to be a pretty, there's no other way to say it, a magical season for this Coyotes team.
Well, I tell you, it portends to something good happening the rest of the season because, you know, these kids, they've had the pressure, but they had the concentration, they had the will to pull it out at the very last minute, and that speaks volumes of this team.
Yeah, and let's see what they can do tonight here in Poteet, Texas. We're here. It's a sunny day. We'll get to the weather report in just a second, but I can see the Strawberry Water Tower peeking over the home side of the stadium. We're on the visitor side in the visitors press box. We're going to get started here in just a second, but yeah, Pops. So give me some other thoughts. I mean, the game last week, had some notable plays such as Jonathan Jimenez's 51-yard run where he had that end around reversed field and then just had maybe one man to beat. Of course, he ran probably about 120 yards there and got gas there. And then, of course, you had the ensuing play where Brody Carnes threw that fade to the back of the end zone to Devin Franklin, number 5.
One-handed catch.
One-handed catch. Yeah,
it was awesome.
So break down what they can use to carry over to this game, or what are your high-level thoughts about last week?
Well, let me tell you what. A lot of these kids were on last year's team, and last year's team did not have a good record. They were 2-8, and I think it's been so important for them to start off with 2 good wins, and they did. And you know what? That speaks volumes. It speaks to the fact that they're now setting a foundation for thinking in the winning ways, not being used to losing. And I mean, with the pressure and all that happened last week, it just tells me that these kids are getting ready to keep going forward in a winning way. And to me, they're building a foundation for the rest of the season, and this game right here is going to prove it out.
It's the turning point because Poteet is ranked around in the 300s, and we're ranked in the 700s in the state. So this is going to be a pretty big test for the Coyotes, isn't it?
It's going to be a very, very big test, and I think they're ready for it. I mean, with the pressure from last week and them having already won 2 games, I think they are ready for it.
They can face anything.
I'm excited to see what happens today because I think that good things are going to happen. And,
we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that. Speaking of foundation, this is Coach Wade Miller's second season coming over from the Corpus Christi area, and he's actually, it takes a while to start instilling that culture, that winning mentality, right? And year 2 is when you should start to see strides, and we're seeing them.
Yes, and we can't forget the fact that he didn't have an off season for last year, so that put him behind the 8 ball to start the season last year. So this is just showing the fruits of his labors, and the amount of kids that have gone out to play football for him shows that he's building a positive, good program.
Yep, and you can see it in every single player who was celebrating out on the field. Now, I do want to also mention, and Pops, I don't know if you and I even discussed this, last week or this week, but Justin Rendon, number 21, who's wearing number 21 to honor and represent the 21 Angels that we lost on May 24th. After the game, there was a pack of Coyotes converging on the southern end zone at the Honey Bowl, celebrating the win, and that's great. They should do that. But Justin Rendon broke away from the pack and shook hands with all of the Mavericks that he could find.
That shows the character of the young man, and I think Coach did an excellent job in picking him to wear the number 21 because that number is going to be special from now on in Uvalde. And the fact that he took the time to go and uplift the opposing team after the game just shows you that he knows what the situation is, and that all the uplifting that Uvalde is getting, he's giving back.
He's giving back, exactly. And hopefully the Coyotes can uplift our spirits here in Aggie Field in Poteet, Texas, the strawberry capital of the world. It's a sunny day. It's a beautiful day. Speaking of that, let's head on over to the weather report. As of right now, it is 89 degrees and sunny. Right now I'm wearing sunglasses, not because I think I'm cool, as my dad likes to say. I put them on. You think you're so cool, don't you? Yeah.
Well... No, I don't say that.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, yeah, agree to disagree. But, the sun is blazing on us. There's very few clouds in the sky, 89 degrees, sunny, and you know what? It's going to get even cooler. By the end of game time, it's going to be 79 degrees. Weather's not going to be a factor, Pops.
Well, it's not going to be a factor. The heat right now is going to have a little bit of a factor, and I'll expand on that later on during the broadcast.
Okay, awesome. Well, with that, let's take one commercial break. Thank you guys for tuning in to the broadcast. We hope you're enjoying it. We want to hear your feedback. This is the first time we've been doing this ever. It's been a wild, fun ride, but we want to keep you guys engaged. We want to keep improving. So send us any thoughts that you have to mancave@uvalderadio.net. Again, that's mancave@uvalderadio.net. Of course, Man Cave represents the segment that I host, Man Cave Minute Sports Update on uvalderadio.net. We're going to take a quick commercial break. On the flip side, we're going to do a replay of last week's Lantana Realty Loyal and True Legacy segment with Buck Lanning. It was such a great interview with Buck Lanning. He was the linebacker, a linebacker for the 1972 championship team for the Coyotes, and he just did an amazing job, had some great stories. We just had to do it again. So we're going to take a quick break. Stick with us. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on uvalderadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texas Farm Store backs a pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713, and find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
It's the Lantana Realty Loyal and True Legacy segment, ladies and gentlemen, where we interview former Coyotes to talk about their time in the maroon and white and all the memories that come with it. Today, we have a very special guest who was a linebacker on the 1972 state championship team, which, of course, we are celebrating that 50th anniversary here at the Honey Bowl before the home opener for the Coyotes. Buck Lanning joins us. He has also been coordinating a lot of the festivities that are happening this weekend around that anniversary celebration. So he does have a lot to do, so he's going to be joining us by phone. And Pops, I believe you have him on the phone. So I'm going to turn it over to Pops to do the interview, and whenever you're ready, take it away.
But during high school, you played for Coach Marvin Gustafson and his staff. Since then, there have been at least 3 high school stadiums named after members of that staff, starting with Coach Gus. From your experience, what made that legendary coaching staff special?
They were good men. They set a high bar as far as character and expectations for all of their athletes, and just led by example. But they were an outstanding coaching staff, good men, and each one had their own way of getting the best out of you.
Do you remember a special incident that stuck in your mind? Not necessarily about football, but about discipline or learning a principle. Overall, you just had high expectations. Yeah.
It was clear to us that we were ambassadors of Uvalde and to conduct ourselves accordingly. And that's the way we always tried to act. But they were always very cognizant of the fact you're representing Uvalde, so you put your best foot forward.
What did you learn from these coaches that helped you not only in your football career, but also in life in general or in your career? Any disciplines or principles?
Just their expectations that you always give your best and you do your best. There was a high bar that was set for you, and it was individually. Just you be the best that you can be. And, always the old football axioms like, if you get knocked down, you get up and you go again. And it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight that's in that dog. So we had some undersized players that were just super outstanding because they had the heart and the desire and the energy. They gave their all and then some.
Let's talk some football. You were a key member of the Uvalde Coyote championship team of 1972. That team went undefeated that season. In your opinion, which game was the toughest and why?
No question on that one. When we played Brenham in the semifinals, that was the number 1 rated team in the state, and that was us. And Brenham was the number 2 rated team in the state. And we played in the semifinals and beat them 27-21. And I wouldn't want to play them 2 out of 3.
Wow.
They were a bigger, stronger football team. And they had a number of outstanding players on that team. And it was a well-fought game, but it was our time to win because they had Wilson Whitley, who was the Outland Trophy winner, which is the outstanding defensive lineman in the country.
Yes.
He was on that team, and he was a man-child playing with boys. I mean, he was so much bigger and stronger than anybody on the field.
I remember that. I was an eighth grader when that season, and I remember Wilson Whitley was. Didn't he go on to be a All-Pro?
He was an All-Pro football player, and he was named the outstanding defensive player of the decade for the Southwest Conference. And,
wow.
That's in the 1970s.
Why don't you tell us what the big difference in that game was?
We were tied. It was the guard around our trick play because we were tied, and I think they had us on penetrations. It was 21-21, and we scored on that trick play. And if it hadn't been for that, they probably ended up winning the game. They had their quarterback was a pitcher for the University of Texas. Their two running backs were all-state, Matt Mursky and Cleveland Franklin. Cleveland Franklin was all-state conference. He went to college at Baylor. Then they had Wilson Whitley, and he went to the University of Houston. And then I played with Larry Baineman at Rice. He was their left tackle, and he ended up being our left tackle at Rice. He started and played for 2 years at tackle, and he was just a solid block of granite. He was 6'2" and about 250, 260 in college. Just solid, and he was a good football player. He didn't have much to do with me. He always, every time I talked to him, he was like, "You guys cheated."
Yes.
We won on a trick play, so they weren't happy about it.
We broke their back, their hearts. I remember, and in fact, I was reading that after that season, they made it illegal for players to exchange jerseys during the game. So
probably so. I have a special memory about that one because Coach Gus, I played linebacker and played some offensive tackle. And the offense was out on the field, and Coach Gus called me to him. And he said, "All right, Buck," he said, "I want you to go in there." He said, "You make sure that the referee understands we're fixing to run the guard special, right guard special." And he said, "You make sure the referee understands we're running that play and not to blow the whistle and blow the play dead."
Wow.
So I trotted out to the referee and said, "Mr. Referee, sir, we're fixing to run a trick play. The coaches have talked to you about it. It's a guard special." And I said, "Do not whistle this play dead. We're running fakes." But I said, "The ball is going to be right at the center." And I said, don't blow the whistle and stop this play." And he was looking past me like he was paying attention to something else. And I was like, he didn't hear me. So I grabbed him by the shirt and pulled him up to my face because I was nervous and excited. And I said, "Listen, we're going to run the guard special, and don't blow the whistle and stop this play." And then he grabbed me and by the hands and kind of pushed me. I said, "Okay, son, okay." And then I trotted off. I'm like, "Oh my God!" I grabbed the referee and pulled him up to my face and gave him a talking to.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous and excited, and I was like, "Man, this is my mission. This is what I'm supposed to do is to get this across to that referee, and I want to make sure he knows not to kill that play."
Right. Wow.
So when I tried it off from him, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can be thrown out of the game for grabbing a referee."
Yeah. But that's a nugget. That's something people don't realize or don't know. That's how it was successful, because you went out there and you made sure that he knew not to blow the whistle. Wow, yep. That is awesome. and a side note to that is I hear rumors that Richard Sanchez, who was the tight end that changed his jersey with Kenneth Carter, who had the original 75, he's still getting the haircuts for free.
Yep, it probably is. As we ran that play and I ran down the field to make a block, I was going for the defensive backs, and I kept passing them up because they kept going to the fakes to the side of the play. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to block that guy. And it's like, nah, he's just running away. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to block that guy. And he turned and ran and was running over to follow the fakes. And finally, I forget who else was with me, but we blocked the last guy down, and Richard Sanchez ran it on in for a touchdown.
Wow, that is. I mean, I remember clearly. I was an 8th grader, but I remember clearly. I'm going, what the? And it was awesome. Final question, but in the championship game, the Louisville running back Paul Rice ran for over 150 yards in the first half. And you being one of the inside linebackers, what defensive adjustments did the coaching staff make at halftime to stop Rice? Because if I remember correctly, he didn't have very many yards in the second half.
He gained about a little over 50, I think, 50 yards in the second half, and there really wasn't an adjustment. I think everybody just became more intense. Maybe he finally got tired. He was running so much. He was the best running back that I faced in high school. And as a senior, he was the number one football recruit in the nation. I remember he was a super outstanding athlete. Sadly, he went to Southern California, Southern Cal.
Yeah.
And I think he got hooked up on drugs and finally dropped off the football team. But an outstanding talent in high school like I've never seen. I mean, I'd be running for him, and all of a sudden he wasn't there. He had a different gear. He was very shifty and very fast and very strong as a sophomore.
As a sophomore, yeah. He was a sophomore during that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wow. That is awesome. Well, Buck, thank you very much for all your time and effort on this interview. So thank you very much. But
very good. Go Coyotes.
A special thanks to Buck Lanning for joining us via phone here on the Coyote Pack broadcast. We'll be back in just a moment. The Coyote Pack broadcast is coming at you live on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Welcome back to the Uvalde Coyotes Pack broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Coyotes. They just broke through their Blackout the Aggies sign right now. And, of course, they're waving the U for the Uvalde and the 21-strong flag as well as the American flag. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. We are in Poteet, Texas, broadcasting live right next to some awesome coaches, too. We hope we don't bother them throughout the game, so we'll try to be as quiet as possible to let them concentrate. But
that's not possible with you, Alan.
No, it's not possible with me, but I will bring it down from 11 down to 10 for them. So, Pops, we have the Poteet Aggies ready to play against the Uvalde Coyotes. They are ranked around the 300s. We're ranked around the 700s, but we have the momentum of that win. Tell me, what do you see in this Aggies football team? What can the Coyotes exploit? All that good stuff. Give us a little preview of our opponents here.
Before the end of the last half of last week's game, these Aggies were very balanced. They had 250 in rushing and 280 in passing, but their star running back got hurt and he's out. So now they're not going to be. It's interesting to see what kind of backup running back they have and how much he's going to be able to pick up the load that their number 24 had.
You're talking about Eric Coronado, the sophomore running back. Now, you had a stat that you told me during the commercial break. You want to tell that to the listeners? It was a pretty, just amazing stat.
Well, the first game,
jaw-dropping.
Yes, the first game he rushed 253 yards and 16 carries, and the second game before he got hurt, he had 92 yards and 10 carries. So the young man, he's a sophomore, but I was looking forward to see him run today. But unfortunately, he's hurt, so he's not going to be able to play today. So number 40, Mr. Dunn, is going to pick up the slack.
And that's Seth Dunn, the junior running back / lineman. Now, again, this is a 3A school, Poteet High School is. So a lot of these players play both ways.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And, they're a 3A team. They're ranked 322, and we're ranked 775 in the state. I don't think we're that far behind them. So it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like once the game starts.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're doing the presentation of the colors. We'll be right back with a quick commercial while this happens. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit MedinaEC.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with a salesman today.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We actually had to take a quick commercial break because the Poteet Aggies band gave a stellar rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, so we are very grateful to them and for honoring our country. All right, Pops, we are about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. Let's go over the keys to the game. We ran down high level. The Poteet Aggies are missing their star running back in Eric Coronado, the sophomore running back. They've replaced him with Seth Dunn, the junior running back. So give us your keys to the game. What do the Coyotes need to do to leave the strawberry capital of Texas with a win?
Well, again, they have quite a few two-way starters. So the key, one of the key games or keys to the games is to sustain drives, to have nice long drives, establish the run, try to get them a little tired by keeping their defense on the field. That's the first. The second is we need to tighten up our pass defense. Last week, the team that we played, their passing game was a little off. They had quite a few drop passes. I guarantee you that Poteet has quite a few sure-handed wide receivers that will be able to catch the ball and run with it. So we need to tighten up our pass defense. And the third, of course, is the kicking game. We need to get the ball down the field a little bit more in the kickoffs and make sure that we stay accurate in the extra points.
All right, so those are the three keys to the game. The kicking game, make sure that the Coyotes get that advantage when it comes to field position. Of course, we have the pass defense, tightening up that pass defense, and then sustaining drives because a lot of these players on the 3A level play both ways. I'm going to interrupt myself because what I'm seeing on the field are the it's pretty emotional, actually. The captains for both teams are lining up for the coin toss, and what the Poteet Aggies have done is they brought over their own Poteet Aggies number 21 jersey in honor of our 21 Angels we lost on May 24th. That is just, I mean, Pops, we've been to Carrizo Springs, we've been to Jordan, we've seen Jordanton, we've been to Hondo for scrimmages, and everywhere we've gone, every community has been so supportive of everything that Uvalde has gone through. And that's, I mean, it's been robust, but this is a first.
Yes, this is a first. This is to me, it's very emotional. It's, you know, it's amazing how Texas can come together and support each other, all the different towns. And this is a prime example of what Texas is all about.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's just amazing. When I saw them coming up with that number 21 jersey, I kind of, lost a little bit of my momentum here when I was talking about your keys to the game because I just wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either,
yeah.
and that is awesome. That is so awesome. But the coin toss was made, and It
looks like the coin toss, the Coyotes won, but they are going to defer. They're going to kick from right to left, and the Aggies are going to start off on offense. So here comes one of your keys to the game. Tighten up that pass defense. Let's see if they can do it. Right?
It's going to be very interesting to see because they have their quarterback is a big boy. He's 6'3", 220 pounds. He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger, and he's an awesome passer. He's got a strong arm.
Well, let's see what happens, guys. We're going to take one more quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. Kickoff is moments away.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit UvaldeRealty.com. It's time for Coyotes football, presented by Texas Farm Store, Star Realty and Ranch, Keller Williams, Uvalde Memorial Hospital, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home, Skyway Entertainment, Texan Bank, Medina Electric Cooperative, Lantana Realty, Uvalco Supply, Power Sports and Equipment, Vulcan Materials Company, Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, and First State Bank of Uvalde. And now your hosts, play-by-play announcer Al Ortiz and color commentator Simon Ortiz. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast with Simon and Al Ortiz on your official home for Uvalde Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. While we were away, the kickoff did happen. Number 15, Devere Willis kicked to Darren Garcia of the Aggies, and Garcia had a pretty substantial, robust kickoff return. The Aggies are now starting at the Coyotes' 40-yard line, 1st and 10, 40 yards away right off the bat from scoring range.
Let's see what happens here.
All right, shotgun formation for the Aggies. It looks like the Coyotes are going to do their basic two linebackers. They're changing formation now. It's trips to the far end of the field. Shotgun snap is away, and it looks like the quarterback is going to throw down the middle of the field to a well-covered wide receiver of the Aggies. Number 2, Juve Esparza with the coverage.
That was a good play by our defense. Our defensive backfield played it great. There was a little confusion on the far side of the field on the coverage, but the quarterback was looking on the right side and not on the left, so it worked out for us.
Yeah, it looks like number 13 of the Coyotes, Asiel Moreno, their quarterback, had a lot of time to throw that ball too.
Yes, he did.
All right, looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10, 11:46 left to go in the first quarter, just the start of the game. Ball is at the 40-yard line of the Aggies. Handoff up the middle to number 40. Number 40 finds a big hole up the middle and crosses the 25-yard line down to about the 23-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Aggies.
He's a big bruiser. It doesn't look like he's got a lot of speed, but he's strong.
Yeah, and he had a hole that a truck could drive through sideways, to be quite frank with you.
That's true.
All right, a shotgun formation again for the Aggies. Asiel Moreno with one running back in the backfield. They stop exactly what they're about to do and turn to their coaches for a call. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field as well. 1 running back in the backfield. Shotgun snap is off. A lot of time to throw again. Throws to the far side of the field for a wide open wide receiver, but misses him just inches, overthrows him.
The ball was a little too far, Al. He wasn't totally open, but he had good position.
Yeah, he did, and if that ball was just thrown a little bit under, just a little bit softer touch, that probably would have been a touchdown. But Daniel Chapa had some pretty good coverage on him too, though.
Yes, he did. Now let's see what happens on second, and let's see if they do a dive play and if we're ready for it.
All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Aggies. 11:16 left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Man is in motion. 1 running back in the backfield. The snap is going to be off to Moreno. Moreno fakes the handoff, throws to slant to his receiver, a little bit behind, and the ball is stripped for a fumble, but the Aggies recover. Looks like the ball is going to be placed at the 15-yard line.
I didn't see the play out, but
yeah, we're a little bit of a disadvantage here. We're on the far side of the press box, so yeah, Pops, you can't really see them. Why don't you get up here a little bit and check it out here? I'll scoot over just a little bit.
I got it here.
All right, awesome. 2 wide receivers now, 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Trips left for the Aggies. Shotgun snap. It fakes the shotgun snap. The quarterback does. Turns to his coaches on the sideline. Tries to get maybe another signal, another play based on what the defense is showing. 1 running back in the backfield. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Snap is off again. Throws it over to the far near side of the field to number 4 of the Aggies. Good coverage by Juve Esparza again. Incomplete.
It was the pass was there, but it was too hard. He couldn't handle that pass.
Yeah, 4th down for the Aggies. 10:30 left to go. The ball is at the Coyotes' 16-yard line. Let's see what the Aggies do here. It looks like they are going to go for it on a 4th down and about 4. So let's see what happens. Shotgun formation again. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. 2 to the far side as well. 1 running back again. Snap is off. Hand off up the middle again to number 40, and looks like he's going to get that first down. And now it's going to be first and goal for the Aggies.
Did he get it out?
Yep, he did.
Yep,
yes, he got it. Yep. The ball is placed at the 10-yard line of the Coyotes, and they're hurrying up too, Pops. It looks like it's going to be 2 wide receivers. Go ahead.
They're going to run out of real estate in a minute.
All right, let's see what happens.
Coach, we'll miss a line, Coach.
All right, looks like the Aggies are going to be on the far side, near side of the field with 2 wide receivers and 1 wide receiver over to the far side. Number 40, Seth Dunn for the Aggies is the running back in the backfield. A pitch to Dunn. Dunn finds a lot of room, and it looks like he was about to score, but gets stopped at the 5-yard line. Great tackle made by Alberto de la Garza, the sophomore defensive back.
They need to not pay too much attention to the quarterback. He is not known as a running quarterback. They need to zero in on that running back.
Yeah, and you did say in the pregame that he's not that much of a runner. You said he got like 5 yards a game, or
that's correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like the Coyotes are going to be the Coyotes defense is it's bend but don't break time right here for the Coyotes. The Aggies are facing a 2nd down and 5. It looks like they can get a first down, the Aggies, but without scoring. 9:27 left in the first quarter. Coyotes showing blitz, fake handoff, and it looks like maybe the Coyotes jumped the line of scrimmage a little too soon. No, it's going to be a false start.
Yes, it is. False start. Going to move back 5.
Yep. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Aggies here. It looked like it was second. It looked like the Aggies had goal to go, but they can get a first down at around the 2-yard line to get a first down. All right. It looks like The Aggies are going to be in shotgun formation all night, honestly. So if I say otherwise, that is what's happening. So the shotgun formation snap is off. The throw is over to the far side of the field to number 10 of the Aggies, Brooks Avelar, and good double coverage by Alberto de la Garza and Devin Franklin over there on the far side of the end zone.
I tell you what, Al, they're running out of real estate. They don't have very much room to maneuver, so we're getting good coverage from our defensive backfield.
How concerned are you that number 40 is finding a little bit of room to run, and especially since he's the backup with their starter out?
Our guys in the line need to read their keys better.
All right, looks like it's going to be 2 wide receivers on each side of the field. Shotgun formation snap, and another false start by the Aggies. Push them back again, 5 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 15 for Poteet.
Our defense is starting to settle down. They really are, and again, they're running out of room to pass, and it's showing that the run is not going to be there as much as if they had number 24 in there.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, but now that they got pushed back, they have some more real estate to work with. Are you concerned about that, Pops?
Not really. It's not too much that they got.
Yeah, all right. Two wide receivers to the near side of the field. The snap is off. Moreno's looking on the near side of the field, finding some pressure. Gets sacked. Down. Caden Smith with the sack, got around the corner and found the home run.
It was pressure. It was all our pressure up front. They came in and they're starting to get to know these linemen and starting to know what they need to do to put some pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, what was most impressive is that Smith was well blocked, but he's kept on fighting through, and it must have been good coverage down the field because Moreno couldn't find anybody, and that pocket collapsed quickly.
No, he couldn't.
All right, so the Coyotes are going to be facing, or actually the Aggies, rather, are going to be facing a 4th down and 15, and it's about 8:33 left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, trips right for the Aggies. The Coyotes have 2 linebackers as always. Snap is off. Pocket is clean for Moreno. Moreno throws it over to the far side of the field, and that is another incomplete pass. Great coverage again by Juve Esparza and Alberto de la Garza. Actually, it was Devin Franklin and Alberto de la Garza. So turnover on downs, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. While you were away, the Coyotes offense did take the field. Brody Carnes tried to throw a rainbow pass over to, it looked like Joshua Verduzco, number 17, but almost got intercepted, underthrew the ball just a tad. 8:16 left to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Coyotes. Ball is placed at their own 20-yard line after the Aggies went down the field on their ensuing possession and turned it over on downs, actually. So shotgun formation for Brody Carnes, 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Pitch is out to Jaden Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds some room around the corner, crosses the 30, close to a first down. It might be a face mask here, and that's going to tack on an extra 15 yards, Pops.
That was a face mask, Al, and we showed some speed there. Number 22 has some speed for us. I think we are going to be doing very well on the outside on these.
Jaden Gonzalez again with the carry. That was a great run by Jaden, finding that corner and getting that first down, actually. So it is going to be a face mask, and it is going to be a 15-yard penalty. It looks like that is going to spot the ball at about the 45-yard line. 8:03 left to go in the first quarter. It's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Coyotes. That means it is a First State Bank first down, ladies and gentlemen.
Cash in the money.
Cash in the bank.
Where?
Cash in the bank at First State Bank, baby, of Uvalde. All right, Brody Carnes again looking at his armband with all the plays in it. Jaden Gonzalez is the running back in the backfield. Snap is off. Fake handoff to Gonzalez. Brody Carnes pump fakes, finds a collapsing pocket, and gets sacked for probably a 1-yard loss there.
Yes, it is. He didn't have the time to throw. I think it was a timing route, but it didn't develop.
All right, 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. It is going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Coyotes on their first possession of the game. Score is tied at 0. Nobody has scored. In fact, this is the Coyotes' first possession, like I said, and the Aggies have only had one possession as well, turning it over on downs at around the Coyotes about 15-yard line. So Coyotes snap off is and handed off to Jaden Gonzalez, who also loses yardage there. 2 consecutive plays where the Coyotes have lost yardage. That's going to be about 3rd down and 13.
That was the number 40, which is their middle linebacker, shot the gap. It was a run blitz, and they caught us on the wrong play.
All right, 3rd down and 13 for the Coyotes. First possession of the game for them. 7:10 left to go in the first quarter. One wide receiver, that's Devin Franklin, to the near side of the field, and actually Jarrett Hernandez is going to be to the far side of the field. One running back in the backfield, that's Jaden Gonzalez. Brody Carnes looks at the line, looks at the defense, likes what he sees. Snap is off, rolls out to the far side of the field, throws it over to the far side of the field, throws a parabola over to his wide receiver, and it looks like that is going to be caught for about a 20-yard gain there. Actually, it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. He was trying to find Jonathan Jimenez over there.
He was open. It was he didn't have enough time. That he had a man in his face when he was throwing the ball, so he couldn't put his weight forward to complete the pass.
And that is probably going to end this offensive series for the Coyotes, their first offensive series of the game. 6:48 left to go in the first quarter. It is 4th down and 13. Big man Chris Rodriguez back to punt the ball. He had a heck of a game last game with those punts, sending nice lofters to get his coverage down the field. See if he does it again. And he does. He finds actually a nice directional kick that takes a Coyote bounce all the way down to the Aggie 15, and that's where the Aggies are going to start. Talk about field position.
Excellent punt. It was directional. It was away from number 4. He didn't have a chance to field it, so 15-yard line.
Yeah, there we go. So we would take a commercial break here, but I mean, these two teams are doing a little bit of a hurry-up offense here, so it's kind of hard to go to commercials when they're lining up like that.
They are just ready to play. Both teams are.
And it's a beautiful day here in Poteet, Texas. 89-degree weather. It's going to be 79 by the end of the game. And here we go. The Aggies are lining up on a shotgun formation. Snap is off. Throw to the far side of the field for a wide receiver screen, but stopped immediately. Alberto de la Garza, who's having himself a great start to the game here.
That was a pass with a wide receiver screen, and they blew it up. The safety came in fast and just blew up the play.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had a lot of cushion on. It was like maybe a man coverage there, it looked like, too. Yes. So, all right, so the Coyotes, the Aggies, face a 2nd down and 8. They did get 2 yards there, but it was a minimal gain for them. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Again, the ball is placed at the 16, 17-yard line. 6:01 left to play in the first quarter. Man in motion, snap is off. Handoff is to the man in motion for an end around. Tries to find the corner, but gets maybe about 3 yards there up to the 19-yard line. Tackle was made by who else? Chris Rodriguez there.
I saw somebody move from the offense, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, it would have pushed them back 5 yards. I mean, they had 2 false starts in their first drive, so let's see if that's a pattern coming forward.
3rd and 8, it's a passing down.
And I mean, who do you think? What type of pass do you think it's going to be? Slant or something? I mean,
it's going to be a timing play to the right side, the far side.
Well, let's see. There is 1 wide receiver to the far side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Snap is off. Hand off up to the running back. That's Seth Dunn, the junior running back, in for the injured starter, and it looks like he's going to be well short. 4th down and 1 for the Aggies here. They're going to go for it. It's deep in their own territory.
They're going for it.
All right, that's where they are. 5:08 left to go in the first quarter. The Aggies are on their second possession of the game. It is 4th down and 1. The ball is placed at their own 29-yard line. If the Coyotes get this stop, they will have an amazing field position advantage right here. Snap is off. Actually, no, Coyotes are showing blitz. Snap is now off. Hand off to Seth Dunn. Seth Dunn turns forward, crosses the 30-yard line, and does get a first down for the Aggies there.
Just barely.
Yeah, and it's a first down there.
Okay, let's see what they do now. That's 4th down and 1 in their own territory, and they went for it.
Hopefully that doesn't give them too much momentum here. 4:37 left to go in the first quarter. It's good 1st down and 10. Fresh set of downs for the Aggies. Snap is off. Moreno throws to the far side of the field to an open wide receiver. Does connect for at the 38-yard line. It's going to be about 2nd down and 6. Actually, 2nd down and 3 for the Aggies there.
That was an excellent route there. It's a timing route, Al, and the ball was thrown before he turned around and came back for it. I'm impressed with the accuracy.
Yeah, and actually Alberto de la Garza was the coverage man, and he has had a good game, but he did get a little bit lost there with his man in coverage there. Shotgun formation again for the Aggies. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 1 running back in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to the near side of the field. That's the visitor's side in front of the Coyotes bench. Snap is off. A pitch is to Seth Dunn. Seth Dunn crosses the 40, crosses the 45, over to the 47 for another Aggies first down.
Again, it was a pitch out. and we need to contain that. We need to have our ends come up and put that play to the back.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. The Aggies they did start this drive at their own 15-yard line. They are now at their own 47-yard line, creeping into Coyote territory. With 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, snap is away. Wide receiver screen again, and again, and it's a fumble, and it looks like it just petered out of bounds. Actually, no. Chris Rodriguez recovers the fumble, and it is Coyotes ball, baby. That's Coyotes ball. It was a wide receiver screen, and I mean the Aggies caught it, and the Coyotes converged, and they stripped the ball.
That was about the 3rd or 4th time they've done that wide receiver screen now, and we're starting to get ready for it. And it was an awesome tackle, stripped the ball, and number 8 got in there.
Yep, and Chris Rodriguez were with the recovery there, so it gives the Coyotes offense a chance for their second possession of the game. The ball is placed at the 48-yard line. 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. First turnover of the game, and it is the Coyotes ball, actually. So it was an amazing turn of events there. It looks like the Aggies were about to march down the field and get some good yardage there. Shotgun formation for the Coyotes. Handoff is to Jaden Gonzalez. Gets stuffed in the backfield immediately after he got the ball. Looks like it's going to be a 2-yard loss.
It looks like it's going to be very tough to run on these kids. They have a stout defensive line. They really do. And their middle linebacker is very, very adept in sniffing out some runs.
I mean, honestly, Gonzalez didn't have a chance. As soon as he got the ball, he was met by an Aggie, or 2, actually.
Yes.
All right, so it's a 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. The Coyotes are facing a 2nd down and 12. They're coming up to the line of scrimmage. Did huddle up for a little bit. A rarity from what we've seen so far with both offenses doing hurry-ups. 2 wide receivers to the far end of the field. 1 H-back. Snap is away. It's an option pitch over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to turn the corner. There is a flag on the field. He gets up close to the Aggies' 40-yard line, but it looks like it's going to be a holding.
It looks like, by the way where the flag was thrown, it looks like it's going to be holding on us.
All right, let's get the official word from the referee. And it is indeed a holding, so that's going to set the Coyotes back 10 yards, ladies and gentlemen. So instead of a 2nd down and 13, they now face a 2nd down and 23. 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. No score, 0-0. Again, this is Al Ortiz, your play-by-play commentator for the Uvalde Coyote Pack broadcast. And with me, as always, my color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz. Right now, the Coyotes are facing a 2nd down and 23. Let's see what they do here. It's definitely a passing situation, but let's see if Coach Wade Miller sees differently. 2 wide receivers to the close end of the field, 1 running back in the backfield. Motion for Jarrett Hernandez, the wide receiver. Brody Carnes cradles the snaps, throws out of the near side of the field to no one in particular. There was no wide receiver, and actually almost an interception by that safety.
Number 1 ran a post, and it was supposed a flag, and it was supposed to be a post that he ran. Good thing the ball was way out there, because the only person in front of it was the defender for the Aggies.
And in fact, after the play, Brody Carnes and Devin Franklin had a little bit of a discussion, just basically trying to get on the same page. Looked like you're right, a route was wrong, was run wrong. 2:16 left to go in the first quarter, and it looks like the Coyotes are going to still be facing a 3rd down and 23 after that incompletion. Could have been an interception, but fortunately for the Coyotes, it was dropped. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 running back in the backfield. That's Jaden Gonzalez. Carnes looks over to his wide receiver, one wide receiver to the far side of the field, gives him an adjustment, sends Gonzalez over to the other side of his side. He was at the right, now he's at the left side of Brody Carnes. Snap is off, fake handoff to Gonzalez, 2-step drop back, and it looks like the Aggies are going to sack him for about a 15-yard loss. Wow.
It was a safety blitz. We weren't expecting it, and he just didn't have any time to throw it in. I'm glad he didn't have time, because that would have been a dangerous throw.
Yeah, and you can't have an interception, especially in your own territory right now. So 4th down and about 28, 29, 30, somewhere around there. 1:48 left to go in the first quarter here. Punt formation for the Coyotes. Chris Rodriguez is your punter in the backfield. Hopefully, he's been getting some amazing punts and giving the Coyotes field position advantage. Let's see if he does it again. Almost a block punt, actually. 2 Aggies converged on him. Fair catch is made because of the parabola punt, and the ball is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line of the Aggies.
With all that pressure, that was an excellent punt.
Absolutely.
He was cool in the pressure. He wasn't flustered, and it was a nice, big, long punt. couldn't return it.
All right, let's see if we can't take a quick commercial break because they are actually going to start up again. Again, the Aggies just get down to business as soon as they come onto the field, so it's hard for us to take a quick commercial break. So the action is still going on here in Poteet, Texas, the strawberry capital of Texas. One wide receiver over to the near side of the field, shotgun again. Moreno takes the snap for the Aggies, hands off to Seth Dunn up the middle, but a wall of Coyotes are there, led by number 40 of the Coyotes, and that is Chuy Vasquez.
It was a 1-yard gain, it looks like. That was just a wall of defenders. That was a good play. No, they were getting good yardage with that dive to number 40, but not this time.
You think the defensive coordinator was making some adjustments there? I mean, 40 was finding so many in between
holes.
The tackles. Yeah, he was finding some holes there. So, all right, Aggies are going to be facing a 2nd down and 9, 57 seconds left to go in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Snap is off. Moreno has plenty of time, but now the pocket is collapsing. Flushed over to the far side of the field and throws it away smartly. Going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Aggies.
That was a good play. We had the pressure was late in getting there, but he did not have any kind of receiver open. So kudos to the defensive backs.
And actually, Pops, one of your keys to the game was
good coverage.
Good coverage. Tighten up that pass D. So they are doing that early on in the game. Not too much time left in this first quarter. 48 seconds to go. 3rd down and 9 for the Aggies. Trips right for the Aggies. They fake the snap, turn over to their sideline, trying to get another signal from their coach. Changes the play a little bit based on what the Coyotes are showing. Again, trips right for the Aggies, but the ball is thrown over to the far side of the field to the lone wide receiver over there. It's going to be about 4th down and 6. Do you think the Aggies go for it here, Pops?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, and they are. They're not. The offense is not leaving the field. Punting is lost on the Aggies here. 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 4th down and 7 for the Aggies. Big down here for the Coyotes. No score. 0-0. The Aggies are looking again at their sideline, a frequent pattern here. They line up, try to see what the Coyotes are showing on the defense, then turn over their heads over to their sideline to their offensive coordinator, one would have to assume. And it looks like they don't like what they see. It looks like they're going to call a timeout here. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net, and that's the end of the first quarter, not a timeout.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful Coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, it is 4th down and 7, a key 4th down for the Aggies. It's just the start of the second quarter. There is no time that has clicked off. The Aggies are at their own 39-yard line. Snap is off for the Aggies, and they actually are faking going for it, and they're going to punt the ball. Nobody in return for the Coyotes, so the ball is going to trickle down to the about 15, 14-yard line, and that's where the ball is going to be downed by the Aggies Gunners, and it's going to be, that's where the Coyotes are going to start their drive.
Excellent play by the Aggies. I was very surprised that they were going to try to go for it. I was going to say that they had such confidence in their defense, but no, it was a surprise punt. So it was a good call by the Aggies.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping they would go for it there because if they didn't get it, the Coyotes had some stellar field position to work with. So, all right, so it looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Coyotes at their own 19-yard line. Let's see what the Coyotes can do and drum up something here. It is all tied at 0-0, no score. No one has found the end zone, or no one has found a field goal either. So that's 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Jaden Gonzalez, the running back in the backfield. Snap is off, and it looks like it's going to be Jarrett Hernandez catching look like a curl route from Brody Carnes for a 9-yard gain.
It was a nice play. If he had thrown the ball a little bit higher, he could have run with it, but it was too low, so he just made sure he caught the ball and went to the ground.
Correction, it is a 7-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3 with 11:29 left to go in the half. Let's see what the Coyotes can drum up here. The ball is spotted at their own 22-yard line. No score. Aggies have had the ball 3 times. Coyotes, this is their 3rd possession. Neither offense has been able to drum up any type of momentum as of yet. Let's see if the Coyotes can change that pattern. Snap is off to Brody Carnes. Carnes throws over to the far side of the field, finds a wide open wide receiver. That is Devin Franklin, who crosses the 40-yard line up the middle to the 42. First down, First State Bank first down for the Coyotes.
Yes, first down. Hey, what is it? Cash? Where?
First State Bank.
Yes.
All right, Coyotes are actually moving up to the ball pretty quickly here. Jared Hernandez is the wide receiver closest to the Coyote bench, to the near side of the field. One running back in the formation. Snap is off to Brody Carnes. Carnes throws it to the near side to Jared Hernandez again. Jared Hernandez trying to fight for extra yards after the catch. Gets up to the 49-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 4 for the Coyotes.
Excellent play. Good placement of the ball. He was the only one that could catch that pass, and we've got 6 yards.
Coyotes offense showing some life here. Pops, one of the keys to the game here for you was sustaining long drives, because in 3A, which the Poteet Aggies are in, a lot of these players play both ways.
Yes, like that number 40 is in there. He's making tackles, and then he's running the ball.
Yep, and that's number 40, Seth Dunn, the junior running back / linebacker. So let's see if the Coyotes can sustain this drive here and get some points here. 0-0 the game is with about 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Brody Carnes throws a rainbow over to the far side of the field, trying to find Jared Hernandez, and there is a flag. It looks like it's going to be either defensive holding or pass interference on the defense.
I think they held him up on his route. That's why the pass was overthrown. So let's see how many yards they give us.
10:05 left to go in the half here, ladies and gentlemen. The Coyotes have a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 4 actually for the time being, and it is a defensive holding on the Aggies. So that is going to give them a fresh set of downs, a First State Bank first down, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I love saying that. That's one of my favorite things. Not only because it's First State Bank, but because the Coyotes have a fresh set of downs.
That's correct.
All right, ball is placed at the 41-yard line. In Aggies territory are the Coyotes. 2 wide receivers at the far side of the field. That is Devin Franklin, number 5, and Damian Rivera, number 10. And then, of course, number 12 over on the near side of the field, Quentin Gant. Jaden Gonzalez is actually, Abraham Ale is in the game here for Jaden Gonzalez. He's the running back and 1 H-back in the backfield. Snap is off to Carnes. Carnes has a clean pocket, throws to the far side of the field. Gant is open, but Carnes throws it to the out of bounds, actually.
It was a little too far out. It wasn't too far. It was just out of bounds. So it was almost the same play.
Yeah, and it was good coverage by the Aggies there. I mean, it didn't look like he had a lot of room to throw it there, did Brody Carnes?
Yes, he did not have a lot of room to. He was covered very well.
Yeah. All right, 9:59 left to go in the half. 2nd down and 10 at the 41 of the Aggies. Coyotes are looking for the first score of the game. It is 0-0, all knotted up. No team has found the end zone yet. Snap is off. Hand off to Abraham Ale. Ale backs into a defender, crosses the 40 over to the 42-yard line. It's going to be about a 3rd down and 7 here for the Coyotes.
The Aggies have some good defensive linemen. It's going to be hard to run on them, but if we keep pounding on them, I think we will be able to run them at the end of the game. Chipping
away at the run game are the Coyotes. Devin Franklin, the wide receiver, the hero of the last game with that one-handed catch that put the Coyotes up on top for good over the Win Mavericks, is coming out of the game. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 running back in the backfield. Abraham Ale is still in the game for Jaden Gonzalez. Snap is off, fake handoff to Ale, and immediately Carnes finds pressure and is sacked at the 50-yard line, going to lose about 10 yards there.
They had a blitz coming in, and we didn't pick it up. We're going to have to punt.
Yep, and actually that brings up a 4th down and about 20 here, so smart choice by the Coyotes here to punt. I mean, it looked like they had some momentum going on their side, but now they're going to have to punt the ball away. Hopefully, Chris Rodriguez can work his punter magic and pin the Aggies back in there near their own end zone. So let's see what happens here. Ball is at the 48-yard line, punt formation. 1 return man for the Aggies. Snap is away, punt is off. Ball is again, nice little rainbow, and another fair catch by the Aggies. And it is going to be placed, the ball, at the 16-yard line. So again, good field position game that is being played by Chris Rodriguez, the punter here.
This is a defensive struggle. It's going to be that way all through the game. But if we keep pounding the ball, running and mixing it up with the pass, I think we're going to be able to wear them down.
We're going to take a quick 30-second commercial break. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. While you were away, the Aggies, in true form, at least for this game, got onto the field and hurried to the line of scrimmage and threw a deep ball, but it was an incomplete pass overthrown by Moreno, the quarterback for the Aggies. Again, the Aggies are lining up quick. Handoff is to Seth Dunn, the running back, and it looks like he's going to get up to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down and 6. 3rd and 5, actually. 3rd and 5 for the Coyotes, or for the Aggies here, excuse me.
It's on the 19. For him being such a big boy, we did a good job in stopping him.
3rd down and 5 for the Aggies. 8:10 left to go in the half. Score is knotted up at 0. Nobody has found pay dirt as of yet. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the far side. The Aggies look again for adjustments from their sideline and their coach, who's giving them some signals. Moreno sends his running back, Seth Dunn, over to the other side of him, then sends him back to where his original position. And it looks like it's going to be a false start. Too much movement for the Aggies on that offensive.
When number 8, our linebacker, sneaks up, they start getting nervous.
And why not? Chris Rodriguez is a jack of all trades: punter, linebacker, backup quarterback, trucker, the entire... I mean, what's that saying from Friday Night Lights? He'll even go and paint your back porch. A lot that this kid can do. 7:50 left to go in the half. 3rd down and 11 for the Aggies here. What do they need to do here, Pops, the Coyotes?
Stop him from making a first down.
All right, so sometimes I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just a loss. At a loss. 7:50 left to go in the half. The Aggies have 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Snap is away to Moreno. Moreno's looking to the near side of the field, trying to find a streaking wide receiver down the sideline, but overthrows him once more. 4th down and 11 coming up.
I tell you what, our defensive backs are playing excellent game. They're covering these kids, and the quarterback has to try to put them way out there, and they're not able to catch up to the ball.
0-0 here in Poteet, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer for UvaldeRadio.net and the Coyote Pack broadcast. With me, as always, my color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, former Coyote left guard. 7:44 left to go in the game. No score as of yet, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout taken. Not sure who took that timeout, but we're going to take a timeout. 30-second to a minute commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. We have a tight one here in Poteet, Texas. What's new? Every game the Coyotes have played this season has been a nail-biter. This one's shaping up to be the same. 7:44 left to go in the first half. 0-0 here in the strawberry capital of Texas, possibly the world. So the Aggies are lined up, 4th down and 11 at their own 19-yard line. 1 return man back for the Coyotes. Punt is away, and it's a short one, too. Going to land at the Aggies' 39-yard line. Great field position, great starting position for the Coyotes offense here.
You know, the Aggies are starting off like as if they're going to try to go on the 4th down, and then the quarterback goes back a couple of steps and does a pooch punt. That's not going to get him a lot of yards.
No, and it did not here. I mean, the Coyotes are 19 yards away from the red zone, 39 yards away from a touchdown. Let's hope they can find the ladder here. Coyotes are coming out onto the field. 7:35 left to go in the half. Again, 0-0 here. The sun is setting here in Poteet, Texas. Let's see what the Coyotes can do here. And it looks like it's going to be a wildcat formation here for Jaden Gonzalez and a direct snap, but the Coyotes jumped a little too early, got a little too eager. It's going to be a false start here.
It was a weird formation, and I think maybe it kind of messed up the kids' rhythm.
Well, and Jaden Gonzalez is going to come out of the game from that Wildcat formation. In comes Chris Rodriguez at quarterback, along with Quentin Grant, number 12. Let's see what kind of play call is here. 7:34 left to go in the half. First down and 15. Snap is off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to find a corner around the far near side of the field. Does find some running room, actually, and sneaks up to looks like it's going to be the 40-yard line for a second down and 10.
That was a good play. I think.
And there's a flag on the field, Pops. It was a good play, but there's now a flag on the field, and they are not moving the chains here. And not sure what exactly happened. It might be a holding on the Coyotes here. Let's see what. And it is going to be a holding on the Coyotes. That's going to turn a first down and 15 to a first down and 25. Not insurmountable. It is a first down. What do the Coyotes need to do here, Pops?
They need to get a chunk back. They need to get 8, 9, 10 yards. Just get it under good management so that they can get closer to a third and manageable.
All right, 7:28 left to go in the first half. 0-0 here in Poteet, Texas. First down and 25 for the Coyotes. Chris Rodriguez stays in at quarterback, one wide receiver to the near side of the field. Rodriguez fakes running, does a little Tebow fake, throws far down the sideline, and almost hits Quentin Grant at the 15-yard line, but broken up at the last second by an Aggies defensive back.
That was a good play. If he had thrown it a little further out, he was wide open.
And it was a great fake by that Coyote coaching staff there, because that would look like a Tim Tebow type of play, trying to fake running up the middle and then stops and then throws a long bomb, trying to do it kind of like a play action of sorts.
Yes, it is. It was a fake dive or quarterback sneak, but then coming back up and trying the long ball.
7:11 left to go in the half. 0-0 here in Poteet, Texas. No one wants to score. Let's see if the Coyotes want to change that. Wide receiver screen to Devin Franklin, who cuts up across the 45, crosses the 50, tries to get a little bit more, but it gets about a 5-yard gain. It's going to be a third down and 20 at the 50-yard line.
Third and 20. It's the 50-yard line. If we get 10 yards here, maybe it's fourth down territory.
Maybe it's fourth down. That would be exciting. I would love to see that. As fans, 6:45 left to go in the half, so there's not a lot of time left for someone to get on the scoreboard first. Trips left for the Coyotes here. Jaden Gonzalez in the backfield for Brody Carnes. Jarrett Hernandez is the lone wide receiver to the near side of the field. Let's see what the Coyotes have in store. Snap is away. Brody Carnes throws to Jarrett Hernandez into double coverage, almost an interception. Luckily, that was not picked off, but it is a fourth down.
Instead of going for the middle of the field, number 0 was going for the flag or the flag post. So it was miscommunication.
Another miscommunication. That's the second time that's happened. First one was with Jonathan Jimenez. Now it's with Jared Hernandez. 6:25 left to go in the half, and it's fourth down and 20 for the Coyotes. Let's see what Chris Rodriguez can do here as the punter and pin him back again. The last 2 punts that he's had, they've both landed at the 15-yard line of the Aggies. Snap is away. Punt is off. Another high booming kick by Rodriguez, and the ball lands at the 18-yard line. That's where the Aggies will start their ensuing possession.
Anything behind the 20-yard line is a great punt.
Yeah, and exactly what Chris Rodriguez did there, right? We're going to take a quick commercial break, 30 seconds. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
6:19 left to go in the half here. Score is all tied up in Poteet, Texas. First down and 10 for the Aggies. While you were away, the Aggies did run a play, and it was a dive up the middle from Seth Dunn, the junior running back. Did get about 4 or 5 yards there, so it's going to be a second down and 5 for the Aggies coming up.
They tried to catch the Coyotes by surprise. They did get some yards, but it wasn't too much.
5:51 left to go in the half. Snap is off in shotgun formation. Moreno throws to the near side of the field, but finds throws an incomplete pass to his wide receiver. For 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Aggies.
That pass was on the money. It hit him on between the numbers, but it bounced off his chest.
5:40 left to go in the half. No score as of yet. 0-0 here in the Strawberry Capital. Sun is setting here, so it's cooler temperatures. Lights are coming on. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 here at the 23-yard line of the Aggies. Let's see if the Coyotes can get the ball back one more time, maybe 2 for their offense to get a score. Snap is off for the Aggies. Handoff is up to Seth Dunn again. Up the middle, crosses the 25-yard line to about the 33-yard line. He is short, and it's going to be a 4th down and 1 here at the 28-yard line of the Aggies.
Let's see what they do. They have a lot of confidence in their defense. They might try to go on 4th and 1.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, unless Moreno stays in there, the Aggies quarterback, as a decoy punt man. I mean, he's done that before. He's done that twice already to the Coyotes. But I have a sneaky suspicion this is going to be an offensive play here to try to get the...
Wait a minute, they got the 1st down, 1st and 10.
Oh my gosh, that was a generous spot, to be honest with you. That was a very generous spot there. 5:15 left to go in the first half. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Aggies at the 29-yard line. Handoff again to Dunn, but Dunn gets stuffed for no gain at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Aggies.
That dive is all they have for Dunn right now, so if we keep stopping it, they're going to be in a world of hurt.
Excellent tackle there made by Malachi Lada, who's in there at defensive tackle, and Aaron Graves. They just didn't have anywhere to run, and also in on the tackle was Caden Smith, number 36, the defensive end. So it looks like it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 for the Aggies at the 28-29-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Snap is away. Handoff again to Dunn up the middle, but stuffed again by a wall of Coyotes. Number 8, Chris Rodriguez, the first man to get there.
It was number 1, their new running back, so they're trying out new runners.
They're trying to switch it up there on the Coyotes, but the Coyotes were not fooled. 3rd down and 9 for the Aggies here. 4:20 left in the half. No score the entire half. Let's see if the Coyotes can get the ball back and go up and get some momentum heading into halftime. 1 wide receiver to the near side, 2 wide receivers to the far side for the Aggies. 3rd down and 10, and it looks like they got the Coyotes to jump a little bit. So there's going to be a flag, a free play. The quarterback Moreno throws it away, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Well, I think that the offense also moved. Let's see who they call it on.
Well, they let the play go, so I'm inclined to think, and it is going to be an offsides on the Coyotes. So 3rd down and 5 for the Aggies coming up, a more manageable 3rd down and 5.
It's going to be hard because we are doing a great job on the defensive backfield. It's the running that we need to worry about.
All right, 4:01 left to go in the half. 0-0. Ball is on the 39-yard line of the Aggies. Substitution is being made right now. Number 2 is coming in for the Alexander Lakami. And it is going to be a flag, and it looks like it's going to be an illegal substitution.
Either that or
no. Actually, they called a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout as well. The Aggies called that timeout. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, there is no score at 0-0, all knotted up here in Poteet, Texas. The Coyotes defense is on the field trying to stop the Aggies from getting any momentum heading into halftime. 3rd down and 5 for the Aggies at the 39-yard line. 3:43 left to go in the half. We're just coming out of a timeout here. The Aggies are trying to get their plan buttoned up here on this key 3rd down. If they do not get it, they punt the ball away, maybe to the Coyotes, and let's see if the Coyotes can get the ball back. Snap is off, pitch over to number 2 for the Aggies. He does find running room and does find the first down, crossing the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Aggies here.
It was a good play for them. They were able to get to the outside. Again, it was a pitch out, but we needed to contain a little bit better. Kudos to them.
Yeah, and it's a first down and 10 at the 45-yard line. 39 left to go. Only took 6 seconds off the clock. Let's see if the Aggies have taken a shot every time they've had the ball. So let's see if that is going to be in their bag of tricks here. Snap is off. Handoff again to the running back, number 40, Dunn. Dunn finds the corner, turns the corner, across the 40, over to the 45, sidelines the sideline and gets up the 20. It looked like he was going to step out of bounds, but then gets about 10 extra yards, 15 extra yards, and gets up to the Coyotes' 18-yard line.
It was no containment on the outside, and he was able to pop it out.
All right, it is 3:17 left to go in the half, and the Aggies are in scoring distance. They're in striking distance right now. Looks like they might be the ones to score first if the Coyotes defense can't hold up. Let's hope they do. Aaron Graves comes in at the defensive tackle spot. Try to shore up that run defense there, because Dunn has done that. That was actually a brilliant piece of running by Dunn, even though it was out to the outside. Let's see if they try to run inside between the tackles, which seems to be Dunn's forte. Shotgun formation, snap is away, fake handoff to Dunn. Moreno tries to find a slanting wide receiver, does, and gets up to the 5-yard line on a well-timed pass. So it's going to be first and goal for the Aggies.
That was a timing play, and it was executed perfectly. Number 4 is playing very well.
All right, 2:57 left to go in the half. 0-0, but that may change in a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't change, because the Coyotes are up against a bend but don't break situation. First and goal for the Aggies. 2:44 left to go in the half. Moreno in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, gets the snap, throws the ball to the end zone, and looks like he did catch. Nope, actually, the referee is going to rule the wide receiver out of bounds. If he stayed in bounds, it would have been a touchdown, but no, sir, nothing doing.
Nope, none. You know what? They're running all timing plays, and all these timing plays, we have to be ready for them, because they're going to throw that ball before we're ready to see what they're doing. So, we need to be. They're going to be running outs into the end zone, so our defensive backs are going to have to be ready for those outs.
2:33 left to go in the first half. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Snap is away. Handoff to Dunn. Dunn doesn't find anything. Dunn finds none. Up to the 3-yard line. Third and goal coming up for the Aggies.
It's going to be oof. If they try another dive, we are going to have to be really ready for it. They're close enough where a dive could be effective.
2:17 left to go. Clock is ticking away. Let's see if the Coyotes defense can hold up. Ball is at the 3-yard line. Scoring distance for the Aggies. Snap is away. Wide open running back is Seth Dunn in the end zone. Easy pitch and catch for Moreno to Dunn. Score for the Aggies. 6-0 Aggies.
Yes, 6-0.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. 2:04 left to go in the half. If you're just joining us, the Aggies just scored from 3 yards out, a 3-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback for the Aggies, Asael Moreno, to number 40, Seth Dunn. So it is 6-7-0. While we were away, they did tack on the extra point. 7-0 advantage for the Aggies. 2:04 left to go in the half, and the kickoff is going to go to number 1, Jonathan Jimenez, who had that amazing end-around play last week against Eagle Pass win to get the Coyotes in the winning scoring position. It was an end-around, reversed field, found some daylight, 51-yard run down to about the 6-yard line for the Coyotes last week. Let's see if we can work some magic here and get them back into scoring position on this kickoff return. Fanning out in the kickoff formation is the Aggies. Jonathan Jimenez waiting in anticipation for the ball. Kickoff is away. Ball is going to sail over to Jaden Gonzalez there at the 20-yard line. And Jaden Gonzalez fighting for every yard that he can get. Gets up to about the 28-yard line. That's where the Coyotes will start.
28-yard line, and it's going to be interesting to see what Coach has planned. I think we have enough time to score and go in there tied.
Well, and it looks like the Coyotes have all 3 timeouts at their disposal. 1:55 left to go in the half. The clock is not ticking, thankfully, because they are getting their offense out on the field. So let's see if they start the clock. Probably won't, though. Let's see what the Coyotes do and what their strategy is here. Pops, what do you want to see out of this drive?
I want to see some timing plays to the outside right here, so that we can get some positive yards and then go to the sideline to stop the clock.
Pitch over to Jaden Gonzalez, who runs over to the near side of the field, tries to cut upfield, gets to the 30-yard line for about a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Coyotes.
You know, they have good outside containment. This defense of the Aggies is very disciplined. They do read their keys and stay keep the runners from going to the outside.
1:36 left to go in the half. It looks like the Coyotes are going to take it slow here, but the clock is ticking away. 1:30, 1:29. Let's see what the Coyotes have in store here. Maybe they're going to go for a chunk of yardage here. Brody Carnes looks over one more time to his coaches, takes the snap, rolls to the far side of the field, has a little bit of pressure, trying to evade the pressure, reverses field to the near side of the field, and is doing a brilliant scrambling right here and finds the first down over to the sideline, close to the 40-yard line. Brilliant piece of scrambling by Brody Carnes there.
Yes, he's got plenty of speed to do that, and you know he knows when to do it. And he did it this time, got the first down. Now we've got a brand new set of downs. The clock is stopped while they move the chains, and let's keep going.
Yep, and that is a First State Bank first down. He got out of bounds, so he's going to stop the clock. Doesn't have to even wait for the chains, thankfully. So that was a smart play by Brody Carnes by finding that sideline there. All right, it is going to be 1:10 left to go in the half. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. 1 running back in the backfield. Motion man is Jonathan Jimenez. Snap is away. Brody Carnes finds Jonathan Jimenez, and Jonathan Jimenez turns up the field to the 40, crosses the 40, fumbles the ball out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd down and about 9 for the Coyotes there. I mean, it didn't. Not a lot of running room for Jimenez as it was.
Positive yards, and he got out of bounds, so the clock stopped.
1:02 left to go in the game. You are indeed right, Pops. 1:02 left to go in the half. You're indeed right, Pops. They did stop the clock there because the ball did go out of bounds. Joshua Verduzco Quentin Gant is over to the near side of the field, the wide receiver to the nearest side of the field. Can't see who's on the far side. With 2 wide receivers to the far side. And actually, man in motion, that is Jimenez again. 2nd play in a row he's been in motion. Brody Carnes throws to the middle of the field, finds Quentin Gant for a beautiful strike. Dart down the middle to the 50-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Coyotes.
Got to stop the clock while they move the chains, and we got to be ready to run the next play.
54 seconds left to go in the half at the moment. The Coyotes are trying to get down the field. It's 7-0 Aggies right now, so they're trying to find that equalizer here to get into the half with some momentum. Brody Carnes throws down the sideline of the field to Quentin Gant, but does not find him. Well covered is Quentin Gant by the Aggies defensive backfield.
He was well covered, but we had enough time to throw. He had enough time to throw the ball, so that was a good part about it. Now we need to get some good positive yards so it won't be 3rd down and 10.
42 seconds left to go. It looks like the Coyotes are running a little bit out of time, but the clock is stopped. 2nd down and 10 for the Coyotes. 1 wide receiver to the near side of the field. 3 wide receivers to the far side. They're going trips left here, ladies and gentlemen. Jaden Gonzalez is the running back. Snap is away. Actually, it's Abraham Ale. Brody Carnes throws to Abraham Ale in a bubble screen, and Abraham Ale finds maybe a loss of yardage of 1 yard, so it's going to be 3rd down and 13 at the 50-yard line.
We got 3 timeouts.
Yes, we do. We have 3 timeouts, and I think, no, we're not going to use one. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
All right. The Coyotes take a timeout with 24 seconds left to go in the half. It is 3rd down and 11 at the 49-yard line of the Coyotes. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, it is 7-0 Aggies, and the Coyotes are at the 49-yard line and trying to get an equalizing touchdown here to tie it up at 7 before going into the half. But the only thing is they only have 24 seconds left to go in the half. So let's see what exactly they can do here. Reach into their bag of tricks, let's believe here for the Coyotes. Trips over to the right side of the field. That is the nearest side in front of the Coyotes bench. One running back in the backfield. I believe that is Jaden Gonzalez there. Actually, it is Abraham Ale over here in the right. Yep, Abraham Ali is the running back in the backfield alongside Brody Carnes. Again, 3rd down and 11 at the 49-yard line. Carnes scanning the defense, trying to find anything that he can find to exploit this defense. Snap is away. Carnes rolls to the near side of the field, finds some pressure, flushes over to the near side of the field, tries to find the sideline there, but throws it over to Jaden. Actually, that is Jarrett Hernandez for an incomplete pass. Going to be a 4th down and 11.
4th and 11. I think we need to.
And actually, there's an injured Aggie on the field, and it was one of the Aggies trying to catch Brody Carnes here. And there is actually another. Actually, yep, he got up on his own accord, so we were going to take a timeout here. We're not going to take a timeout. The Coyotes are sending out their punting unit at the moment. Right now, there's 15 seconds left, so they are going to punt the ball away. I can't anticipate the Aggies doing anything after they do get that ball. Probably be a kneel down, so the Coyotes might be going into this half down 7-0. No scoring for the most part, and then the Aggies did get a touchdown towards the end towards the middle of the second quarter here. The Coyotes are coming back to the sideline, as are the Aggies, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. 15 seconds left to go in the half. 4th and 11 for the Coyotes at their own 49-yard line. Chris Rodriguez in the backfield as the punter, ready to punt the ball away to nobody in particular here for the Aggies. They are not sending anyone back, content to let the ball trickle where it may. And it bounces out of bounds at around the 18, 17-yard line of the Aggies here. Can't anticipate the Aggies doing much with the ball here, Pops. I mean, you expect them to kneel, don't you?
Yes, I do. They don't have enough time to really do anything, so I think they're just going to go ahead and kneel it.
Once they kneel the ball, the clock will be ticking away, and we'll enter halftime here with the Coyotes down 7-0 here in Poteet, Texas. Beautiful Poteet, Texas. Not very many clouds in the sky. Sun is setting. Lights are on. Friday night lights are up. So once the clock ticks away, remember to stick with us for our halftime show, our Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. We'll break down what we saw in the first half and what the Coyotes need to do going into the second half. The Aggies do not kneel the ball, actually. They run the ball. And it looks like it's going to be an 11-yard gain there. I'm surprised they are running the ball here, doing anything active.
Yes. Did they run out the clock?
I mean, it looks like they took a timeout there with 2 seconds left here, so don't know exactly what their play is, but no, actually they are content to. They did not take a timeout. They're content to run out the clock, and that is it for the first half. The first half is in the books here in Poteet, Texas. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. We'll be right back with the halftime show.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org. Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com. It's time for the Medina Electric Halftime Show. Medina Electric Cooperative, built by this community over 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. Proud to be part of this community and to continue to serve beyond the power lines. And now your hosts, Simon and Al Ortiz, on your home for Coyotes football, UvaldeRadio.net.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast and the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show. If you're just joining us, we're here in beautiful Poteet, Texas. The Coyotes are taking on the Poteet Aggies in the third game of the season, their second road game of this 2022 campaign. We are at halftime right now. The Coyotes are down 7-0. We're going to give a little bit of analysis around the game, or rather Pops is, but first I'm going to give a little bit of a summary here, and here's the summary. Not much of a summary. The Coyotes and the Aggies were scoreless for much of that half, going back and forth. Offensive drives stalling because of penalties and sacks. It is a defensive battle here tonight in the birthplace of Texas country legend George Strait, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer for the Coyote Pack broadcast, and with me as always is Simon Pops Ortiz, former Coyote left guard, class of 76, as your color commentator. Pops, the first half.
Well, you know what? The first thing I'd like to say is I don't think Uvalde is 775 and they're 330, whatever.
And you're referring to the ranks across the great state of Texas in high school rankings, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So these teams are evenly matched. There was only one lapse that we had. That was that 30 or 40-yard run that Mr. Dunn had, number 40. That opened the door for them to score their touchdown. We were in their end of the field quite a bit. We just need to establish our run a little bit more. That's easier said than done because they have a very stout front eight or front seven. Their kids are big and strong, and they can control the line of scrimmage. But you know what? A lot of them go two ways, and we'll see what the story is in the second half.
Yeah, and actually, Pops was referring to Poteet being a 3A team, and a lot of 3A teams across the state of Texas, they play both offense and defense. So, obviously number 40, Seth Dunn, the junior running back for the Poteet Aggies, is also a starting linebacker for the Aggies. So we'll see if that stamina factor comes into play for the Aggies here, especially because the Coyotes don't have players who play both ways, except for the jack-of-all-trades, All-American Chris Rodriguez there. But there was a score, and before I turn it back over to Pops, I do want to say the one score that happened during the first half was a 3-yard pass. It was an easy pitch and catch from Asiel Moreno, the quarterback of the Aggies, to number 40, Seth Dunn, who's in for an injured number 24, Eric Coronado, the sophomore running back, who you said he got like over 300 yards in the first two games on minimal carries.
Yes, he did. He got 345 on 26 carries. Now, yes, he is injured and he's not playing, but you play with what you have.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses, and they're not going. I'm sure they're not going to make any. But what I'll tell you this is that number 40, Mr. Dunn, he is not only running the ball, he's out there tackling. So kudos to him. But let's see what happens when the second half, and hopefully the coach started doing something at the end of in the middle of the second quarter that I think was very interesting. He started running and trying to do a power run with Chris Rodriguez, number 8, and that caught him off guard for a little bit. I think coach is going to make a couple of adjustments, and he's going to try to run it in there a little bit more. And if he does that, I think it's going to be successful.
Yeah, they almost did a little razzle-dazzle with Chris Rodriguez there, a la Tim Tebow, faking him up the middle, and then he stops and then throws the ball down the sideline, a nice little rainbow pass before he got to the line of scrimmage. So, the only reason it wasn't completed was because it was a slight overthrow.
It's kind of hard for him because he's not in the rhythm of the game. He hasn't thrown 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 passes to get his arm ready to throw the ball out. So it's kind of hard to be able to just chunk it 40 yards, 30 yards when you haven't even warmed up. So, it was a good play, and it was well designed. The receiver was wide open, but the fact that Chris was not ready per se to throw the ball accurately was the demise of that play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the summary of the first half so far. We're going to get a little bit back into that analysis before we get back into the second half. But Pops did give 3 keys to the game. One was sustained drives, especially since these players for the Aggies play both ways. So sustain the drives, get them tired, and then, of course, the second key to the game was pass defense, tightening up that pass defense that had a couple of lapses in the last game that didn't end up biting them in the you-know-what. So we're going to talk about whether they did that or not. And then, of course, the last key was the kicking game. Field position, particularly on the kickoffs. So when we come back, we're not going to get into that just yet. We're going to get into the Uvalde Memorial Hospital injury report, halftime injury report. On the flip side, we'll have Ryan Teague join us as always. So stick with us. We'll be right back. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with a salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer. We're here live in Poteet, Texas. Coyotes are down 7-0 here at the half. The bands are out on the field, and what better sound do you want to hear at halftime? I mean, it's all about high school sports, a healthy dose of high school sports here. Speaking of healthy, this is the Uvalde Memorial Hospital halftime injury report. With me, as always, for the past couple of games, actually, is my man, PA Ryan Teague from Uvalde Memorial Hospital. How you doing tonight, Ryan?
I'm doing well, Al. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you're an upstate New York native. The Bills opening game for the NFL. Bills showed some domination there, huh?
It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy watching the game. It was worth it staying up on a Thursday night, but here we are Friday night enjoying the Coyotes tonight. Hopefully we can bounce back in the second half.
Yeah, Pops is over here talking smack about the Bills, though. Well,
that's all right.
All right, guys. Well, so yeah, we are going to talk a little bit about injuries here. There was an Aggie towards the end of the second half that he got up on his own power, but he was slow to get up. The trainers did come out, and they escorted him back to the Aggies sideline. Is he doing okay without giving names and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we tried to get out there. They were quick, and he seemed to want to get off. Looked like an ankle turn. He should be all right. Tape him up at halftime. Should be good to go.
All right. And for those of you who haven't heard the injury report here at halftime, brought to you by Uvalde Memorial Hospital, Ryan is a physician's assistant at the hospital. He's a master surgeon, and he also volunteers his time here at the Coyotes games to tend to injured players both on the opposition and for our maroon and white. So, Ryan, when you walked into the press box here on the visitor's side, you did talk about Jaden Gonzalez, and he was a little nicked up a bit. Can you just talk about if he's going to be okay, if he's going to return, any color that you can give us there?
Yeah. So, he's a senior. He wants to play. He's a tough kid. He, last week had a little calf strain. It's the same leg. Maybe that's playing a role. I'm not sure. With the turf, it's always tough. It looks like he just turned his ankle a little bit. You're going to hopefully the plan was tape him up at half, get him back out there. He's going to warm it up and see if he can give it a go. If not, we got other guys ready to rip and roll, and hopefully he's doesn't look like it's going to be anything long term. If anything, hopefully even second half we'll get him out there.
Yeah, we did see Abraham Ale, the second string running back, the sophomore running back, out there in replacing Jaden Gonzalez there. So Ryan, any other injuries that we're not seeing? Is there anybody who came over to the sideline that is complaining about dehydration or cramps or anything of that nature? Are these players well hydrated at the time being?
From what I understand, that it was a little bit late getting in. They seemed a little rushed. I think the first half, you saw that they just didn't seem mentally in the game. I think at halftime they're going to get near full, and we're going to come back. Second half, they're going to be awake.
Well, I mean, you're a health professional and you're a health expert, but you do know a little bit about football. Do you think there's a little bit of a hangover from last week's emotional win?
Absolutely. I think that it was a huge, emotionally draining game last week. Been some emotional things this week in Uvalde. I think these kids feel a burden. I wish they didn't. To say that it's not real, I think, would be ignoring the facts. These kids are pretty special, and I'm proud to help them out best I can. I do think that first half you saw a little bit of that emotional letdown, but I think they felt a little rushed. I am optimistic this second half we're going to come out a little harder.
Yeah, I same here. Especially, I mean, they did seem to come out flat. I mean, there was 0-0 all across the board. Not a lot happening on the field. Offensive series petering out there at the end. So we'll see if they can correct the ship here. Ryan, another question for you. So yesterday, the Coyotes JV and freshman teams, who we need to give a little bit more love, admittedly, on this broadcast, they don't have the advantage of playing right now with the sun setting. Right now, I mean, by the end of this game, it's going to be about 79 degrees. What advice do you have for these JV players who are pretty much going to be playing in hot temperatures the rest of this month? I mean, who have an early start time?
Yeah, I see. Right, the freshman game starts at 5. The JV starts at 6. I mean, they're playing in the heat. And it's just like everything else in the summer. You drink more than you think you should. Just what I do recommend, and I think a lot of people make the mistake, is you don't chug the water. You actually get much more absorption through the membranes in your mouth. You take sips, spit it, watch it around your mouth, sip it, and don't chug it, because that chugging, that water in your stomach will actually slow you down, heavy you down, and your body starts putting energy towards metabolism instead of towards catabolism there and muscle function. So sip the water, spit it out when you're doing athletics. You're out doing yard work, chug it down. But out here playing football, playing sports, you see a lot of these runners. You see other guys see on the sideline. You'll see the pros there. You see them always rinsing and spitting because you actually get more that way.
That's interesting. And you know what? I actually hate you right now because my wife says the same thing. And she's a nurse at Uvalde Memorial Hospital.
She's a smart lady.
She sees me chugging water all the time. And if I'm doing the lawn or something, she's like, no, you got to sip it. And I'm like, well, you get less water that way.
Well,
apparently not.
You're out doing the yard work. It's okay. Chug it down, man.
All right. Awesome. Ryan, I really appreciate you again. Ryan, physician assistant extraordinaire at Uvalde Memorial Hospital. This has been the Uvalde Memorial Hospital Injury Report. You're absolutely welcome, my friend. Uvalde Memorial Hospital. Better health starts here. We're going to take a quick break. On the flip side, we're going to break down even more the first half, and not only that, what the Coyotes need to do in the second half, like I said, to right the ship. Stick with us. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713, and find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer, and with me as always, your color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, former Coyote left guard class of 76. We're broadcasting live out of Poteet, Texas, birthplace of Texas legend George Strait, Texas country music legend George Strait. The Coyotes are down 7-0 at the half after a easy pitch and catch from Asiel Moreno, the Aggies quarterback, number 13, to Seth Dunn, number 40. A 3-yard touchdown pass after a brilliant 35-plus yard run by Seth Dunn. That was a tightrope down the sideline to put them in scoring position. That has been the only scoring of the game. For most of the half, it's been 0-0. Not a lot happening on the AstroTurf here. A lot happening here on the press box. A lot of thoughts here on the visiting side of Aggie Field here. Pops, again, let's go over what you saw in the first half, and then we'll kind of transition over to what the Coyotes need to do to get out of the Strawberry Capital with a win.
I saw two evenly matched teams, Al. The difference was that, and it's interesting that you had Ryan here and you were talking about the mental part of the game and the fact that the kids had a lot of pressure on them last week. I think it was a little bit of a mental letdown. I think they made a couple of mental mistakes, especially when they were in scoring range of the Aggies. If they had been a little more concentrated, I think we'd be at 7-7 right now. It's an evenly played game. The good news is that we get the ball first in the second half. And the coach, I think, will have them ready to go downfield and tie this game up. I really think that.
And let's see if Abraham Ale is going to be the running back here in the second half, because Ryan did say that Jaden Gonzalez was a little bit tweaked. We don't want to get into the specifics of any injury for privacy purposes for our students here, but that Jaden was sidelined for a bit there, for a spell. We did see Ale in there. Is that going to be, how much of a factor, how much of a drop-off do you see there if Jaden isn't able to play?
Well, I was surprised because I thought they had Ale in there in passing downs because it looks like he's an excellent pass blocker. And he stymied number 40 crashing in there on passing downs. But I was surprised that it was because Jaden was a little bit dinged up. Let's see if they got him fixed up, got him taped up, and if he's ready to go and if he's able to go. If not, then it's the next man up. It's going to be Ali, and it's going to be Malachi Castano.
Yep, and you know what? Honestly, on the flip side of it, you talked about number 40, his name is Seth Dunn. Of course, in 3A football, we've said it throughout the broadcast. In 3A football, a lot of these teams have their players play both offense and defense, so they're on the field frequently, and that has to be draining, especially in the early September days that are laden with heat. So, yes. Seth Dunn is also a linebacker. He's also a running back. So, do you?
He's their leading tackler.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that. But on the flip side of the ball, it looked like at the beginning of the game, our defensive tackles, led by Aaron Graves and Brian Troop and Rylan Diaz and Malachi Lada, it looked like they were stuffing the in-between tackles runs by Dunn. Do you think that's going to be a factor in this game Dunn obviously has some game when it comes to turning the corner, but it looked like they were just utilizing him in between the tackles.
Well, the only really successful run he had was the one that he did on the outside as a sweep. So, yes, I think that we need to keep pounding him because every time he dives into the middle, he's going to get brought down. He's going to have to get back up, and that's tiring. So let's see what happens.
And actually, Pops, I want to turn to Brody Carnes. Any thoughts on what he has to do, and any thoughts on how he played in the first half?
He played very, very well. He was accurate. There was a couple of throws downfield that were off, but one or two of those were because, especially in the early part of the game, he was rushed. Mm-hmm. He couldn't step into the throw. Once we figured out how they were rushing him, they gave him a little more time. He was throwing especially the timing routes in the 10 and outs and 15 and ends. He was hitting those, and I think they need to go back to that, along with mixing in a little bit of the run, either with a sweep or a misdirection. They need to go back to an RPO.
All right.
I haven't seen very much of the RPO.
Well, and that's
the run pass option.
Yeah, and that might be because Jaden was a little nicked up, according to Ryan Teague, our representative from Uvalde Memorial Hospital. Hopefully, they can rectify that, even if Gonzalez doesn't return to the game. All right, Pops. So you talked about 3 keys to the game in the pregame. We're going to take one more quick commercial break, and when the flip side of that break, we're going to talk about those 3 keys to the game and how the Coyotes are living up to those keys. Stick with us. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply, who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. The Coyotes have taken the field, and it looks like they're pumped up and ready to go for the second half here. So, let's see what they can cobble together here to get a win and get out of Poteet, Texas with a 3-0 record. Pops, you had 3 keys to the game. Let's quickly go over them. You said that they needed to sustain drives. Obviously, they didn't do that the first half, but what do they need to do in the second half to get that key to the game top-notched and polished up? Again,
they need to run some RPOs where Brody can see if there is some opening for the run. If not, then throw a timing pass to the outside. That will help him alleviate some of the pressure that he's getting when they're in passing down situations. that is going to be key for them to have a nice, sustained drive, especially the opening drive.
All right, and then you said that the pass D needs to be tightened up. It seemed like they had it all on lockdown in the first half.
They had it on lockdown. You know, that pass where they made a touchdown, it was actually a pass to a halfback. We did not cover that halfback. He was assigned to a linebacker, and it was just a hard defense to do.
All right. So last key to the game, because we're about to get here to kickoff. So quickly here, Bobs, the kicking game. The field position was in favor of the Coyotes despite the 7-0 deficit they currently face.
You know, the kickoff, we only had one kickoff, and it went well. They did return it to the 40-something, but that is the only concern, because our punting is excellent, and let's hope we have a whole bunch of extra points.
All right. Well, we usually take a quick commercial break before the second half begins and do a little intro for you, but just like everything this entire game, the Aggies and the Coyotes are speeding things up, so we are going to go straight into second half coverage. It is 7-0 Aggies. The Aggies are kicking off right to left, and the Coyotes have two men ready to receive the ball. The kick is underway. The ball is caught by number 10, Damian Rivera. He runs it up to the 15, crosses the 20, crosses the 30, gets up to the 33-yard line for a nice return to get the Coyotes in good field position.
Excellent field position. It's going to give Brody a good start. Let's see if these boys can really get it going. Let's get a running game going. Let's get some short passes going so that we can sustain the drive and go down there and score.
All right, well, let's see what the Coyotes can muster up here and what adjustments they made in the locker room here. All right, it's going to be one wide receiver to the near side of the field. Only 11 seconds have ticked off of the game clock. 11:49 in the infancy of the second half. 7-0 here in favor of the Aggies. The Coyote crowd is excited and stomping and ready for this half to begin. Snap is off to Brody Carnes, who hands it up off the middle to Abraham Ale, up the 35, across the 36, trying to truck forward and gets about 2-3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Coyotes.
It was an excellent run. It was a positive yards. He was going for it. He's going to be a load for those guys to... Somebody's hurt.
And someone is hurt. That is number 88, Aggie Aviles, the H-back. So in comes number 47 for the Coyotes. That's Taylor Massey. We're going to take a quick commercial break while the training staff tends to Aggie Aviles, and we hope he's okay. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit UvaldeRealty.com.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. Before we left, there was an injury on the field. That was Aggie Aviles, the H-back for the Coyotes. They did have to bring out the golf cart to carry him off the field. He does seem to be in good spirits, but he is definitely significantly injured, so we'll hope and pray that he's okay. Meanwhile, on the field, there is a pitch to Jaden Gonzalez there over to the near side of the field. He does get maybe loses a yard there, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Coyotes at their own 35-yard line.
They are containing very well on the outside, so we need to figure something out. in the inside or do an RPO and hit the timing routes.
10:51 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Poteet Aggies on top of the Uvalde Coyotes. Two wide receivers to the near end of the field. Abraham Ale is the running back in the field. One wide receiver to the near far side. Jonathan Jimenez in motion. Snap is off to Brody Carnes. Carnes finds Jimenez on a bubble screen. Jimenez makes a move, crosses the 40, crosses up to the 45, and it's going to be a first down. Actually, it's going to be very close. Let's see where they spot the ball here. There is no signal as of yet. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh,
and they spotted him. Actually, nope. It is going to be a first down. A First State Bank first down for the Uvalde Coyotes. Good start to the first possession, offensive possession of the second half there.
Cash in the First State Bank.
Cash in the First State Bank, baby. Where did you see there, Pops?
There we go. What did I see?
Yeah,
I saw that a young man who made a nifty move. He just turned on a dime, made the guy just tackle air, and he made the first down.
Made that first down, baby. 10 minutes to go left in the third quarter. Snap is off to Brody Carnes. Reverse over to Jonathan Jimenez again. Jimenez turns upfield, crosses the 45, crosses the 40, up to the 35-yard line of the Aggies, and then darts again forward, gets extra yardage to the 34-yard line of the Aggies. And it looks like Jonathan Jimenez is down right now. He had a brilliant piece of running right there, got the extra yardage, but then he got popped right back up. But there is an injured Aggie on the field, so we are going to take a quick commercial break in respect of this injured Aggie player. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful Coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. Number 25 of the Aggies was the injured player on the field. He did get up on his own accord, so we're thankful that he's okay. It's Alvino Rodriguez, senior defensive back. Jonathan Jimenez was also shaken up on the play after that brilliant piece of running. He's at the trainer's table right now, so they're taking a look at him. Hopefully we'll be able to see him enter the game again. 7-0 in favor of the Aggies right now. 9:48 left to go in the third quarter. Two wide receivers to the far side of the field. It's first down and 10 at the Aggies 34-yard line. So the Coyotes are in Aggies territory. Brody Carnes rolls to the near side of the field, throws to the sideline, tiptoe catch by Jarrett Hernandez right there, and it's going to be a Coyotes first down. Move the chains, says the referee as he motions them with his hand. First State Bank first down, baby.
Yes, sir. We're getting in the rhythm, Al. They're going downfield. They're sustaining the drive.
Beautiful adjustments so far by the coaching staff here at halftime. 9:40 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies at the moment. Ball is spotted at the Aggies 22-yard line. The Coyotes are almost in the red zone here. First down and 10. Two wide receivers to the far side of the field. One running back in the backfield. That's Abraham Ale. We have not seen Jaden Gonzalez quite yet in this second half. The ball is snapped by Faivel Sanchez. Handoff is to Ale. Ale finds a crease, gets up the middle of the field and crosses the 15 to over to the 10-yard line, close to the 10-yard line for another first down.
Chipping away. That's what we needed to do, and that's what we're doing. We've got them off balance.
Exactly what the Coyotes are doing. They're going hurry-up offense right now. Snap is up to Brody Carnes, hands up the middle again to Abraham Ale. Abraham Ale bounces outside, but cannot find too much yardage. Maybe loses a yard. If not, then no gain at best case scenario. Second down and 10 coming up for the Coyotes.
He got tripped up right at the end, so if he hadn't gotten tripped up, he had the corner.
9:12 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 for the Coyotes here. The crowd is feeling the energy right now. The Coyotes are in scoring position. The ball is placed at the Aggies 10-yard line. Second down and 10 to go for the Coyotes. Abraham Ale again still in the game at running back for an injured Jaden Gonzalez at the moment. Two wide receivers to the near side of the field, one to the far side. There's an H-back in the field. Fake handoff to Abraham Ale. Brody Carnes keeps the ball, trying to find some running room and turn the corner, but loses a yard. It's going to be third down and 11 at the 11-yard line.
It's hard to get in from the 10-yard line, but we need to We need to run a timing route. Let's see what happens. It's very hard.
Yeah, and we'll see if Jonathan Jimenez could be in the game. I'm trying to see if he's back in, but I don't see him. The wide receivers are Damian Rivera and Devin Franklin, actually. Devin Franklin is in the game right now. Damian Rivera as well, and Jarrett Hernandez on the near side of the field at the moment. No H-back right now. One running back, which is Abraham Ale. Brody Carnes takes the snap, rolls over to the far near side of the field, finds a wide receiver. Jarrett Hernandez makes a move, tries to get into the end zone near a first down. Let's see if they call it a first down. If it is, it'll be a 1st and goal for the Coyotes. No signal quite yet. It looks like it's going to be a 4th down and 1 for the Coyotes. No brainer here. The Coyotes need to go for this, Pops, right?
Yes, and I think they can make it.
And as if the football gods want to make everything right, Chris Rodriguez in at quarterback. I think we know what's going to happen here. He might get the ball out of shotgun formation and run it up the middle, just like he always does. But there is a timeout by the Aggies. 7:53 left to go in the third quarter. Coyotes in scoring position at about the 3-yard line. 7:53 left to go in the third quarter. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. 7:53 left to go in the third quarter. Coyotes are down 7-0, but that could change momentarily as they have the ball at the Aggies' 3-yard line. 3 yards away from scoring a touchdown. Chris Rodriguez in at quarterback. The big man, all 5'11", 220 pounds of him, is ready to take the snap, and we think he's going to run up the middle. Let's see if he does. Snap is away. He tries to run up the middle, but they call a dead play. It looks like it's going to be a false start on the Coyotes. That pushes them back to the 8-yard line right here.
That's a deflator, Al. That is a deflator. I don't know. It's just mental.
And that's exactly what you were talking about in the halftime show here, the Medina Electric Cooperative halftime show.
Yes.
Rodriguez comes out of the game, and in comes Brody Carnes. What do you think they do here, Pops?
It's a 4th and 6, 4th and 6 yards.
Yep.
I think it's just going to have to be a pass to the flag on the far side of the field.
No field goal attempt here. The Coyotes are going to go for it at the 8-yard line, 4th down and 6. Here, 7:52, 7-0 for the Coyotes. Coyotes are down 7-0. Carnes takes the ball, rolls it over, finds some pressure, rolls over, scrambles to the near side of the field, trying to find an open man, and just off the fingertips of Joshua Verduzco in the end zone. It's going to be a turnover on downs and a squandered opportunity by the Coyotes.
Yep, it was very close, but no cigar. It was very, very close. I don't know what to tell you. It's heartbreaking, but hey, we need to keep them at the end of the field and come back and get that.
Yeah, that momentum is going to do them well in ensuing drives here, especially because there wasn't a lot of that in the first half. So adjustments were made. It looks like the Coyotes have the key ingredients they need to have a stellar second half, and the crowd is not deflated whatsoever. They're clapping. They're ready to go. They're cheering on the Coyotes. Aggies take the ball. There's a long pass down the middle of the field from the Aggies quarterback Moreno to number 4, the wide receiver, and that takes the Aggies from the 8-yard line all the way down to their own 46-yard line. Almost a 40-yard pass right there.
It was a beautiful pass. He was wide open. There was a missed assignment, and they paid for it.
In fact, if he caught it in stride, that would have gone all the way probably to pay dirt. 7:37 left to go in the third quarter. A sudden change of events where the Coyotes had the ball at the 3-yard line ready to score. Then they turn it over on downs after a false start on a 4th and 6. So now the Aggies get the ball back and throw an almost 40-yard pass down to the 46-yard line. 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. Snap is off for the Aggies. Aggies hand it up to Seth Dunn, the running back. Gets about 3 yards on the carry for a 2nd and 7. 7:16 left to go in the quarter. 7-0 Aggies at the moment. Pops.
We got to stop him. Here. That was a good stop. He only got 2 yards. Let's see what they come up with on this down.
2nd down and 7 for the Aggies. 7:02 left to go. Aggies up 7-0 at the moment. Ball is at the 48-yard line. Aggies offense takes a look at the sideline, checks with their coach to see what the play is. Moreno, the quarterback for the Aggies, makes an adjustment, takes the snap from the center, hands off to Seth Dunn. Dunn again. Dunn gets none. No yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 7, a key 3rd down and 7 for the Aggies right now.
That was a good stop. Our defensive line is just holding. Let's see what they come up with this time. I think it's going to be a timing pattern to the outside.
6:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 right now in favor of the Aggies. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play. With me is their color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, former Coyote left guard. The ball is placed at the 48-yard line of the Aggies. 3rd down, key 3rd down for the Aggies. 3rd and 7. Ball is taken by Moreno. Moreno throws over to the far side of the field to no one in particular. Nobody home. No wide receiver in the area. Is that intentional grounding? No flags so far, but if not, 4th down and 7 for the Aggies.
He was not in distress, so it was not a intentional grounding, and it was a miscommunication. He was supposed to, the wide receiver was supposed to do an out, and he went up.
In fact, Moreno is animatedly gesturing to his wide receiver right now, telling him exactly what he needed to do on that play. Zig instead of Zag. 6:10 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 for the Aggies. 7-0 in favor of the Aggies. The cheerleaders are dancing. The band is playing. The drumline is going. The Coyotes fans are dancing in their seats. Only down 7-0 at the moment. We'll see what the Coyotes defense can do here on a key 4th down and 7. Pops, what do they need to do quickly?
They need to punt is what they need to do. They look like they're all confused. They're all just running all over the place.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The offense does take the snap even though they're confused. The ball is thrown a nice parabola over to number 4 of the wide receiver of the Aggies. Incomplete. Nothing doing. Turnover on downs. Coyotes ball.
We got the ball in their territory.
Yep, that's right. In their territory. There was a collision on the field. Between actually number 65. Number 65, Malachi Lotta, ran into a coach. They both kind of got tangled up there. They're excited, though. They're excited. They're ready to go. They're ready to get some points on the board and tie this thing up. All right, Pops, what do they need to do here?
They need to, you know what? They need to get a positive yards, stay in a manageable situation so that they don't have to be throwing the ball all over the place.
And 6:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Aggies here in Poteet, Texas. Live from Poteet, Texas at Aggie Field. Brody Carnes in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers at the far side of the field. Brody looking, finds a wide receiver over to the middle of the field, streaking and overthrows him. That would have been 6 for the Coyotes, but overthrows him just a tad.
He was wide open. It was 1 yard too far.
And Brody Carnes definitely wishes he has that back again, but the man again showing composure, not holding his hanging his head, looking at the sideline for the next play. Very, very impressive by Brody Carnes' short memory.
Yes, very much so. I think we need to get some yardage right here so it won't be 3rd and 10. We need to get a couple of yards, maybe a little quick out so that we can get some yards.
Manageable 3rd down is the key to the game here. 5:58 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Aggies. Ball is at the Aggies' 48-yard line. Coyotes are in Aggies territory. Brody Carnes steps back, two-step back, finds some pressure in the field, throws it over the middle, and it's an interception at the 40-yard line. Coyotes turn the ball over.
He was under pressure, Al. He didn't have enough time to really see the field as he should, and that cost us.
Yeah, and actually he did have a wide receiver in the middle of the field, but it looked like he threw it just a tad behind him there. Not sure exactly how they plan to bounce back after that one. I know they'll have a game plan there, but be that as it may, the Coyotes defense takes the field, as does the Aggies offense. All right, we are at 5:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The fans have not wavered, even after that turnover and a turnover on downs in the last 2 possessions, respectively. 5:50 left to go. Moreno takes the snap for the Aggies, finds some pressure, and is sacked, baby. And is sacked. And is sacked. And what a celebration right there by number 44 of the Coyotes, John Elizondo. That was a beautiful sack by Elizondo, knifing through that defense, or that offensive line.
That's going to be 2nd and 20, something. Now we need to keep up the pressure. He won't be able to to have time to really throw an accurate pass.
Okay, 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. It is second and about 22 right now. Ball is placed at the Aggies' 28-yard line. Throw is over the middle for a Aggie wide receiver. He catches it on his knees, so he's automatically down, and it's going to be about a 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18 at the most right now. Pops.
We need to get pressure on the quarterback because they're not going to be running this ball. It's a little too far, so he's going to be throwing it. We need to bring some pressure from the linebackers.
Well, definitely behind the chains at the moment. 3rd down and 18 for the Aggies. 4:43 left to go in the game. 7-0 Aggies. Ball is at the 33-yard line. Jonathan Moreno steps back, throws a deep ball, and almost gets his man, but broken up at the last minute by number 3 of the Coyotes, Patrick Mejia. Beautiful play at the last second there. It looked like he was going to find number 4 for a substantial gain to the 35 of the Coyotes.
4th and 15, 17. They're not. If they were to punt, I'm not punt. I'm going to be very. They're going to be so. Wow, I don't know what.
Yeah, no? I mean, I don't know if they're going to punt it or not. Looks like they are. No, well, I mean, well, they're showing an offensive formation, but what they've done before is they've shown an offensive formation and then punt the ball, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now. Punt is away. 4:43 left to go in the third quarter. The ball just dies out of bounds. I mean, flutters out of bounds. Look like an Aflac duck there. Not really a good punt there. It's going to be placed as the ball is going to be placed at the Coyotes' 45-yard line. Good field position.
We need to break through. We need to break through, and I think we can.
All right. So what do they do? What do they need to do specifically to break through, Pops?
They need to run the misdirection play where they bring one of the running backs over and do a sweep where it'll catch him off guard.
4:28 left to go. Hoping that Jonathan Jimenez is okay. He is back in the game, so if they do an end around or a reverse, that would be the man you would think the reverse would go to. 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies at the moment. Coyotes have the ball at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10, trying to get something to happen to get the equalizer in the game to make it 7-0 or 7-all rather. Fake handoff to Ale. Throws over to the streaking, slanting Jared Hernandez, but broken up at the last minute again. 2nd and down and 10 for the Coyotes. Pops, you look frustrated.
Yes, a little bit. It's a little frustrating when it doesn't come out like we planned.
All right, 4:22 left to go. 7-0 for the Aggies here. The Coyotes are looking at the sideline, waiting for the offensive play call. Ball is at the 45-yard line. 4:22 again left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies in this low-scoring defensive battle. Looks like Brody Carnes is going to take the snap with 2 wide receivers on the far side of the field. Fakes the handoff to Ale and runs in the direction of Ale. Ale was surprised he was coming at him, so he turns into a blocker. Brody Carnes does get about maybe 5 yards on the play.
Now it's manageable 3rd down.
And it's exactly what you
manageable 3rd down.
Yep.
And it's the sweep that we need to do.
And actually, it is going to be a 3rd and 4, actually. So a sweep, are you hoping that the ball goes into the hands of lightning fast number 1, Jonathan Jimenez?
It would be very, very fortunate to do that.
4:16 left to go in the game, or in the third quarter, not the game, in the third quarter. 4:16 left in the third quarter. Ball is at the 49-yard line of the Aggies. Looks like and here's the man in motion. Oh, fake a handoff to Jonathan Jimenez. Up the middle goes Chris Rodriguez. Crosses the 40-yard line. Almost breaks it for more, but stopped at the 40-yard line. But it is the Coyotes' first down. First Aid Bank. First down, baby.
Cash in First Aid Bank. Hey, you know what? That was a misdirection play, and that's exactly what they needed to do.
And you were half right. They use Jimenez as a decoy, and then right up the middle goes Chris Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. Beautiful play call by Coach Miller and his staff. 4:09 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies. Ball is at the 39-yard line. Chris Rodriguez stays in the game, sends a man in motion again, runs up the middle. This time not as fortunate in his blast run, and gets maybe, actually he loses a yard at the 40-yard line.
They were waiting for it. They knew it was going to happen, but they're getting banged up. It's starting to wear on them.
Here comes the fatigue that you talked about, right?
That's right.
All right, 3:43 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies. Ball's on the 40-yard line. Chris Rodriguez lost a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. Brody Carnes back in the game. Abraham Ale taking every snap at running back. It doesn't look like Jaden Gonzalez is going to be in this game anytime soon. So we're going to see Ale, a healthy dose of Ale at the moment. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Tyler Massey is the up back. Snap is off to Carnes. Carnes runs over to the near side, stops, throws to his receiver, streaking over to the near far side of the field, and it is an incomplete pass. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Coyotes.
3rd and 11, and here we are in a passing situation. We're going to have to make sure that we block those crashing linebackers so to give Brody some time to throw that ball.
Brody Carnes comes over to the sideline to get the call. In comes Quentin Grant, number 12 at wide receiver. That's the only substitution that I'm seeing right now. 3:13 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies. Ball at the 40. 3rd down and 11. What do you expect to see here, Pops?
Well, I see that they're going to have to throw a pass, and it's going to have to go to the far side because that's where they have most of the room.
And actually, yeah, you're right. The ball is placed in the near hash, so it looks like the Coyotes are going to line up with number 81 to the far side of the field, and that is Daniel Perez. Brody Carnes in shotgun formation, as always, with the snap, 3-step drop back, finding some pressure, flushed out to the near side of the field, running out of room on the sideline, throws it down the sideline, and throws it in vain. It doesn't look like there's going to be any completion there, and it looks like Brody Carnes is slow to get up on the sideline, but helped up by his teammates. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen, no worries, but it does bring up a 4th and 11, 3:05 left to go in the third quarter.
Looks like we're going to punt. He's in there. We're going to punt.
Okay, 3:05 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Coyotes.
10.
Sorry, Aggies. 7-0 Aggies. My apologies. Number 28, Malachi Castano, goes into the game, and they are going to be in punt formation, as expected. Chris Rodriguez back to punt. No return man for the Aggies at the moment, just in case they want to make sure there's no fake. Punt is away. Punt is... hits the 21-yard line, then bounces forward for an Aggies lucky bounce to about the 27-yard line. That's where the Aggies will start their next possession.
Yes, that punt, it went to the wrong side. It should have hit the other way, but sometimes you don't get the bounce.
All right. Well, it looks like it's going to be... Let's take a quick commercial break, actually, where this is the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. We'll be back soon.
Texas Farm Store backs up pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. While we were away, the Aggies had the ball for a 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Moreno, the quarterback for the Aggies, took the snap and threw another deep shot down the field, but underthrew his receiver just a tad. So it's now 2nd down and 10 for the Aggies at their 26-yard line. 2:52 left to go. They have a 7-0 lead over the Coyotes. Pitch over to Seth Dunn, and Dunn runs up, crosses the 30 over to the 30, looks like the 33-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. Let's see where they spot it. If not, it's going to be a 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 4, somewhere around there. Actually, 3rd down and 4. Excuse me.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, there's that sweep that they surprise us with once in a while, and last time it went for 30-some-odd yards. This time it didn't.
No, it didn't, but it did get some yardage for the Aggies. 3rd down and 4 for the Aggies. 2:21 left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 right now. The Coyotes did have the ball at one point at the 3-yard line, looking like they were about to score, but then turned it over on downs on a 4th and 6. Handoff up to Seth Dunn. Dunn again. It was the same play, a sweep to the right side, and he gets the 1st down at the 43-yard line of the Aggies.
1st down on that sweep. They're going to keep running it until we stop it.
2:06 left to go in the third quarter, 7-0 again. The Aggies have been running somewhat of a hurry-up offense all game long, so Moreno is taking the snap again, running to the line of scrimmage, trying to get the play call from the sidelines. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. First down and 10, takes the snap. Moreno pump fakes and is sacked right after the pump fake. Can't see who sacked him, but the Coyotes swarm in for a nice loss of about 5. That's 36. That's Caden Smith, ladies and gentlemen, with the sack.
It was a good blitz that we had there.
He's right there.
Okay, 1:38 left to go in the game in the third quarter. 7-0. The ball is going to be placed at the 37-yard line right now. That's second down and maybe about 18 right there. So the Coyotes do have the advantage right now, and they do have the Aggies behind the chains. What do you expect the Aggies to do right now?
They're going to try to hit that long flag route. They're gonna just chunk it downfield.
116, 112. Actually, 112 left in the game. Handoff is to Dunn. Dunn again on the near far side of the field. That's like the third play in a row that they've run with Dunn like that. Third, excuse me. Sound like a broken record thrower.
That was a good run.
Three out of 4 plays, they've done that to Dunn.
Yes, they have. They try to get the Coyotes off balance, and now they got them with too many men on the field.
Another handoff to Dunn up the middle, and it's going to go for a first down for the Aggies. The Coyotes had the Aggies at a 2nd and 18, 2 straight Dunn runs, one to the far side of the field and one somewhat between the tackles up the middle.
Might be a good idea to go back to the 67.
And that is going to be a first down, it looks like, for the Aggies, unless they bring out the chains to measure. The referees are trying to figure out if they are going to do so. They are looking around somewhat in confusion. Let's see if someone makes a decision here. The chains have not moved. And
I think they're gonna measure. Looks like
nope. It's going to be a first down for the Aggies. The announcer just said it very boisterously. Of course, we are on the road, so of course that's going to happen. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 Aggies. Ball is at the 46-yard line of the Coyotes. The Aggies are in Coyotes territory. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Coyotes showing blitz. Snap is off. There's a little bit of pressure from Moreno. Moreno throws it away. Too many Coyotes in the backfield for him for his liking.
That's correct. And they had taken out Seth Dunn, Mr. Dunn, for a breather, and he didn't have any kind of protection as far as blocking.
36 seconds left to go, and the Aggies are facing a 2nd and 10. Let's see what the Coyotes defense does here. They did show blitz, and the blitz did pay off as Moreno had to throw that ball away. What do you think the Coyotes defense needs to do here, Pops?
They need to keep the pressure up. They need to come in with a not necessarily a blitz, but they need to bring some pressure.
All right, so 36 seconds left to go. 7-0. Ball is at the 45 of the Coyotes. Pitch out to number 1 for the Aggies. Tries to turn the corner. Finds a lot of daylight. Almost breaks free for a touchdown, but saved by Juve Esparza at the 29-yard line of the Coyotes. First down, nonetheless.
First down and on the 29-yard line. We need to stop them.
28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 7-0 for the Aggies here in Poteet, Texas. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play. Your color commentator is Simon Ortiz here in Aggie Field. The Coyotes are facing a bit of a challenge here as the Aggies are marching down the field. 27-yard line. Of the Coyotes. 1st and 10. Hand off to the running back for the Aggies. Finds every piece of real estate he can find and waltzes into the end zone for an Aggies score.
Yes, the Aggies have found their running game. I think they've found their running back in number 1. He's got a little more speed than number 40, and he's getting out there.
20 seconds. That's 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. That's when the Aggies scored. It is 13-0 for the Aggies. The field goal team comes out for the Aggies to try and tack on the extra point. As they do so, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas broker.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. 20 seconds left to go in the third frame of this game. If you're just joining us, the Aggies just scored on about a 26-27-yard run by number 1 Tommy Gee, the senior defensive back / running back. And it's now a 14-0 advantage for the Aggies over the Coyotes. Kickoff is underway. Number 10, Damian Rivera, tries to get upfield, but doesn't get upfield very much onto the 13-yard line. There is a flag on the play. What do you think it is, Pops?
I think it might be a crackback block on us, and it's going to push us back more.
Yeah, if that's a crackback block, it's going to be maybe a 15-yard penalty there, which might pin the Coyotes back significantly into the green zone, as they like to say, and not the red zone, the opposite, the green zone. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Let's see what the penalty is and for how far. And the referee is signaling. We can't see because he's signaling towards the home side of the field, but it is a penalty against the Coyotes. Let's see how far they go back. It is a block in the back, and it's going to be against the Coyotes here. That's going to be a 15-yarder.
Well, it's going to be half the distance to the goal because it's at the 26th. So they can't do all 15. They're going to do half.
Yeah.
Let's see where they're going to line it up. They are conferring, trying to decide, and it's going to pin us back, Al, but we need to respond. We need to go in and score. That will bring us back up, and it will bring the crowd back into the game. So the guys need to go deep inside themselves and get going again. I think they can do it, too.
And actually, as you're saying that, you're looking at the Aggies' defense right now, and they're dancing. They're dancing with the band. They might be getting a little too cocky here. They're only up by 2 scores.
Yeah, but we need to. All I can say is we need to answer, and I think the boys can do it. They really can.
15 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is a 14-0 in favor of the home team, the Aggies. Don't know what that was about, but I mean, they called the block in the back, then they conferred some more, and then they called it again. So don't know what exactly they were conferring about. The ball will be placed at the Coyotes' 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Coyotes at the 13.
Here we go. We need to get a nice, good chunk play here.
All right, Brody Carnes in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Claps his hands, gets the ball, throws to the near side of the field, pops his right. They're going for a chunk right here. Jump ball. Jared Hernandez comes down with the ball at the 48-yard line.
That's
beautiful.
The chunk I was talking about.
That's the chunk you were talking about.
That's the chunk we were talking about. Now let's keep going.
All right, Coyotes get the ball at the 48-yard line. Beautiful throw to Jarrett Hernandez, who fought every tooth and nail he had to get that jump ball right there. Looked like Randy Moss back in the day.
Yes, number 2 for the Aggies that got a little hurt. They came out for him. Let's see. He's getting off.
That's Alexander Lockamy, the senior wide receiver / defensive back. A lot of these players play both ways here for the Poteet Aggies. 7 seconds left to go in the third frame. This might possibly be the last play of the third quarter. Brody Carnes with a 2-step drop back, looking towards the near end of the field again for a streaking Hernandez. It catches the ball, but there is a flag on the play. Yes. It might be a holding. Let's see what exactly the call is right now. Abraham Ali throws his hands up in the air because he knows it was against the Coyotes, deflating because that would have brought the ball all the way down to about the 10-yard line for the Coyotes.
He was holding on whomever was blocking number 52 on the left. He's giving them problems. Number 52 is giving them problems. So now we're going to be backed up again.
And number 52, are you talking number 52 of the Aggies, Pops?
Of the Aggies, yeah.
Okay.
The far defensive end on that side of the line.
Yeah,
he's very athletic.
That is Jonathan Guzman, the senior defensive lineman. That ends the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to send the Coyotes back, and when we come back, we'll start the final quarter, and let's see what the Coyotes do to mount up a comeback down 14-0. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit MedinaEC.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. The Coyotes are down 14-0 here in Poteet, Texas. They just had what would have been probably a 50-yard pass to Jared Hernandez down to the 10-yard line. Instead, it was a holding penalty, so that came back. The ball is now at the 37-yard line. Brody Carnes takes the snap, pitches out to Abraham Ale. Ale puts a shoulder down and crosses the 45-yard line to the 47-yard line for a Coyotes first down.
Yes. No, it's 2nd and 9.
Oh,
it was first.
Sorry about that. Okay, it was second and my apologies. When he crossed the first stick, it looked like he got that first down, but they had a 2nd and 20. So it is a first and 20. 2nd down and 10 for the Coyotes. 11:47 left to go in the game. 14-0 in favor of the Poteet Aggies. Ball is at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 10. The Coyotes did face a first down and 20. But after a great piece of running by Abraham Ale, who lowered his shoulder and crossed over to the 47, they do have a more manageable 2nd down. Snap is away, handoff to Ale. Ale runs up the middle, close to the 50-yard line. It looks like it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 for the Coyotes.
3rd down and 7. Again, it's kind of long. 3rd down and 7. They're going to have to pass, and it's going to be very, very. They need to give Brody some time to pass. They need to scheme to make sure that number 52 doesn't get in.
That's very well said. I mean, it seems like Brody has been flushed for a good part of the night when he drops back a little bit.
Yes.
10:56 left to go in the last quarter of the game. 14-0 for the Aggies. Ball at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 7. Key 3rd and 7 here for the Coyotes in the last frame. Down 14-0. Again, a pitch to Ale, but it's an off pitch and it's a fumble, and the Aggies recover, and number 25 tries to advance the ball, but he was ruled down. And the Aggies do have the ball. They start their next possession at the 42-yard line. We're going to take a quick break. This is the Uvalde Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Greetings to everyone who loves the Uvalde Coyotes. This is Mama Jan on behalf of the Tex Elliott family. Uvalde strong, we back the pack. Go Yotes!
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. 10:35 left to go in the 4th quarter. Coyotes down 14-0. They did just turn it over on a fumble. It looks like the Aggies are going to go really quickly here, and there's a pass over the middle to a wide-open wide receiver. Not a wide-open wide receiver, but a well-thrown ball by Moreno, the quarterback of the Aggies, to the Coyotes' 30-yard line, and a first down.
That was a pinpoint pass, and we couldn't get to him in time. It was a timing play.
Crucial drive for the Coyotes' defense here. They cannot let another score happen, or else the lead might be a little bit insurmountable. Let's see what they can muster up here. 10:17 left to go in the game. 14-0 for the Aggies, in favor of the Aggies. Handoff up the middle again to Seth Dunn. Seth Dunn gets maybe about 3 yards for a 2nd and 7 coming up for the Aggies.
We're stopping that run. The defensive line is doing a good job of creating a wall and not letting him through.
9:57 left to go in the game. It is crunch time here. It is gut check time for the Coyotes defense right now. Coyotes defense has 2 linebackers in the game at the moment, and the Aggies have 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. And the quarterback throws to the far side of the field to one of those receivers. The receiver makes a move, runs up, cuts up field, crosses the 5, and crosses into the end zone. And that is another Aggies touchdown. 20-0 Aggies.
He just made our defensive back. It was 1-on-1, and he made him miss, and there was nobody else to catch him. He had some speed.
Yeah, there's really nothing special about that play. It was a wide receiver screen, and he made a move, and looks like they're going to line up in field goal formation, attack on the extra point. While they do that, we're going to take another quick break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, there's 9:35 left to go in the game here in Poteet, Texas. The Poteet Aggies are up 21-0 over the Uvalde Coyotes after their latest touchdown, which was a wide receiver screen where the wide receiver made a move and cut up the field for about a 25-yard touchdown. So now the kickoff is happening, and the Coyotes need to do something here on this drive with time ticking away in this ballgame.
They need to it's something fast. They need to get a quick play to go downfield. They need to play hard. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, and it looks like the Coyote return man is going to grab the ball. Kerr turns up, tries to carry a couple of Aggies with him to the 30-yard line. Pops, when you talk about a quick strike, there was a couple of quick strikes there from Brody Carnes to Jarrett Hernandez. One that got them from the 13-yard line all the way to the 48-yard line of their own territory, and then one that could have gotten them to the 10-yard line but was called back on a holding penalty. Do you think that they need some more Jarrett Hernandez in their life right now?
More Jarrett, but you know what? Send him down the middle. Send him down. They're opening the middle up because they're defending the sidelines. Let's see what they do.
All right, so Brody Carnes is in shotgun formation, as he always is. Trips right for the Coyotes. One running back in the backfield with him is Brody Carnes. Brody Carnes runs to the near side of the field in a little bit of a bootleg, decides to throw the ball, thought about running, throws it to Hernandez down the sideline, and there he is, Jarrett Hernandez down to the 33-yard line. First down, Coyotes. I might have jumped the gun there a little bit. Not sure what happened there. They might have called that an incomplete pass unless there's a flag that is on the field that I'm not seeing. Pops, what are you seeing?
I think he was bobbling the ball when he was going out.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Right idea, but it was just a little bit outside of the real estate. 9:24 left to go in the game. 21-0 Aggies here. Ball is at the 30-yard line of the Coyotes. Coyotes with trips right formation. Snap is to Carnes. Carnes rolls out again to the near side of the field. Throws it, but the ball is batted by an Aggies defender, more specifically Jonathan Guzman.
Yes. He juked out the running back, and he was able to jump up and bat the ball down.
9:19 left to go in the game. Clock is ticking. The ball is placed at the 30-yard line again. 3rd down and 10 for the Coyotes. A key 3rd down right here for the Coyotes. Pops, say worst case scenario, they don't get it here, or they get a 4th and 5. They have to go for it here, right? Down 3 scores.
If they get 5 yards, I would go. Yes, I would go. We've got a new running back, Al.
Trips right for the Coyotes. Malachi Castano in the game for the Coyotes. Brody Carnes throws to Devin Franklin, and a beautiful catch by Franklin, who was hit as soon as he got the ball. First down for the Coyotes at their own 41-yard line.
Yes. Just play hard. That's what they need to do. Play hard, finish in a positive note is what they need to do.
All right.
And I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if they don't, just get some momentum for the next game at this point, right? But there's still hope. Let's not throw in the towel just yet. 8:59 left to go in the final frame. 21-0 Aggies. First down and 10 for the Coyotes. A First State Bank first down. Ball is snapped. Handoff to Malachi Castano. Castano cuts up the 45 down to the 48-yard line.
Nice
Great
run.
piece of running by Malachi Castano. Fresh legs, great vision, and beautiful run. Second down and 7. Second down and 3 for the Coyotes. 7-yard run.
I was very impressed with his vision. He saw where he needed to go to get that extra 2 or 3 yards.
All right, let's see if they hand off the ball to Castano again, if they give it to the hot hand. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Damian Rivera in motion. Snap is to Brody Carnes. Brody Carnes on the naked bootleg throws it to the near far side of the field to Damian Rivera, it looks like, for another Coyotes first down at the Aggies' 42-yard line.
A first down from who?
First State Bank first down, baby.
That's right, baby. That's right. Keep playing hard, boys. That's all you need to do.
Yep, absolutely.
Keep playing hard.
And playing hard they are, Pops. 8:10 left to go in the game. 21-0 in favor of the Aggies. Again, Malachi Castano still in the game at running back. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Jonathan Jimenez in motion. Snap is off to Carnes. Carnes runs over to the near side of the field, throws it to Jonathan Jimenez on a little bit of a screen pass. Jimenez makes a move, crosses the 25, and gets to about the 21-yard line of the Aggies. They're almost in the red zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was looking to see. I thought number 1 was injured, but no, he's fine. He's fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. Was that Devin Franklin who was
number 1?
No, who was slow to get up a little bit.
It was number 1.
Yeah. Okay, so Jonathan Jimenez was slow to get up after his brilliant piece of running on that screen pass right there. 7:40 left to go in the game. 21-0 Aggies. Ball is at the 22-yard line of the Aggies for the Coyotes. Coyotes are knocking at the door. Carnes throws to the near side of the field, and it looks like it's going to be close, and it is an out-of-bounds play. It would have been...
He was about to touch down, and the defender just pushed him out, so he wasn't able to touch the...
It would have been a 9-yard gain right there for the Coyotes. Brody Carnes still looking for pay dirt here for the Coyotes. They haven't scored all night, but it's 21-0, and here they are, ready to get into pay dirt are the Coyotes. They're ready to tack some points on the board here with trips right and 1 wide receiver to the near side of the field. Fake handoff to Castano. Brody Carnes runs up the corner. There is a flag on the play. Not sure what it was. It might be a defensive holding. It came out of the defensive backfield. What do you think, Pops?
I didn't see what happened, but to me it seems like it's going to be against us.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here. The referees are conferring at the 25-yard line. Not sure exactly what they're talking about, but it looks like the Coyotes are staying put at the moment. I'm not sure what's happening here. And the referees are now coming to the middle of the field to make a call. It's going to be a face mask on the Aggies, so that gets the Coyotes even closer to scoring range.
Yes. Well, now they have to figure out where they're going to place the ball.
Let's see where they place it right now, but as of right now, it is 7:23 left to go in the game. Aggies are up 21-0. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. The Coyotes, at the moment, it is a face mask, and the Coyotes have a 2nd and 10 right now, which is going to turn to a first down, but the ball is right now at the 22-yard line. The referees are talking to each other and making sure that everything is buttoned up. Not sure where they're going to place the ball. While they figure it out, let's just take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit UvaldeRealty.com.
While we were away, there was a play that was run by the Coyotes. Chris Rodriguez was in at quarterback, got the snap, and basically ran in between the tackles, maybe got a yard at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal for the Coyotes. There is an injured Aggie on the field, but he is walking off on his own power, jogging off the field. 6:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. Aggies up 21-0. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer for the Coyote Pack broadcast. With me, as always, is my color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz. Coyotes have the ball at about the 7-yard line of the Aggies. 2nd and goal. Coyotes are looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight and are trying to get a little bit closer to mount a comeback in the final minutes of this game. The referees are again confused, so we're going to take a quick 30-second break again. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Vulcan Materials Company is the nation's largest producer of construction aggregates, primarily crushed stone, sand, and gravel, and a major producer of construction materials, including asphalt and ready-mix concrete. One of our core tenets at Vulcan is being a good citizen and responsible steward of the communities in which we operate. From local community groups and philanthropic organizations to supply chain partners, we believe in being active and engaged neighbors. Our responsibility is to build strong relationships that support strong communities. Learn more at vulcanmaterials.com.
So, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast on UvaldeRadio.net. The confusion continues for our Zebras on the field. Apparently, they let the clock run off for 30 seconds, which should not have happened, apparently. So, they are going to fix that. As of right now, there's 6:32 left to go in the game. So, that is going to be changing right now. Not sure exactly, again, what time is going to be put up. And now they change it. It's going to be 6:50 left to go in the game officially. So, the Coyotes are back up at the line of scrimmage as play looks like it's about to continue. Coyotes are at the 7-yard line of the Aggies, 7 yards away from a touchdown. Chris Rodriguez in the game at quarterback, tries to go up the middle, fakes it, throws a jump ball, and touchdown for the Coyotes. Touchdown Coyotes. Not sure who that is. That is actually number 81. 81 for the Coyotes, and that is Daniel Pettis. That was a beautiful jump ball right there.
And it was the same play where they tried that 40-yard down the field, and it was too short. This one was just right.
Just right, exactly. And that was, again, back to the days of Tim Tebow, who faked it up the run up the middle and then threw the little jump ball to the end zone. So that's exactly what worked for the Coyotes. Bobbled snap on the extra point, and the ball is fumbled by the holder and recovered by the Coyotes. But the bottom line of that play is the Coyotes do not get the extra point, and it's going to be 21-6. You said kicking game, right? It's one of your keys to the game. So, anyways, we're going to take a quick commercial break before the next kickoff. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net. If you're just joining us, the Coyotes did score a touchdown. It was a 7-yard pass from Chris Rodriguez to number 81, Daniel Pettis, in the back of the end zone, the near corner of the end zone. However, the snap was bobbled for the extra point, and the extra point was nothing doing. So 21-6 it is for the Aggies. 6:44 left to go in the game. The Aggies have 2 men ready to receive the kickoff, and the Coyotes are fanning out in their kickoff formation. The ball fell off the tee just a little bit, so the kicker is going to just fix that for a second. And Pops, you got something to say?
No offsides, please. Let's kick it all the way back there and hold them so that we can get some good field position and try to score again.
Yeah, it's only 6:44 left in the game, but the Coyotes have all 3 timeouts left. I wonder if they're going to do an onside kick here, Pops.
That's what the Aggies were thinking because they asked for a timeout.
Yeah, they asked for a timeout. So we're going to take a quick commercial break while they sort things out on the field. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful Coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UValdyRadio.net. 6:44 left to go in the game. Coyotes do have all 3 timeouts. They're down 21-6 here in Poteet, Texas, the strawberry capital of Texas, possibly the world. But that's not important right now because the Coyotes are looking to mount a comeback. It's a 2-score game, even though they missed the extra point on a bobbled snap by the holder. Let's see what they do here. It might be an onside kick. Why not? Because they only have so much time in all 3 timeouts. Let's see what happens here. The kicker is positioning the ball just the way he wants to position it, and kind of fiddling it. The ball is placed at the 40, and that's Chris Rodriguez, who is the kicker. Let's see what Rodriguez does. It is an onside kick. Bounces, and it looks, it bounced out of bounds, and it's going to be the Aggies' ball at the 40-yard line.
It just, good idea, a little too hard, and nobody touched it. So
yeah, honestly, if it for a second there, it looked like it was going to bounce off
one of their players,
yes. And there was going to be a scramble for the ball, which is what you want, right?
Yeah. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, the ball was kicked very strong, which can be an advantage, but no one touched it, so it bounced out of bounds. The ball is going to be placed at the Aggies' 40-yard line. 6:44 left to go. 21-6 in favor of the Aggies. And it's going to be actually, yeah, me too. I guess that's only NFL. In high school, it's going to be the 45-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Aggies at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the far end of the field. Snap is off. Fake handoff to the running back. Wide receiver screen to the far side of the field. Another move made by that Aggies wide receiver. Finds a lot of running room up the sideline. Makes another move. Cuts inside. Crosses over to the 35-yard line of the Coyotes. That's going to be a 20-yard gain right there.
And they're going to keep running that until we stop them. But I think they're going to call it back. The number 13 is not moving over to the side. They're going to call it back.
They're going to call it back. There is some dirty laundry on the field. There is a yellow flag on the field. Not sure what the call is, but they are bringing the ball back. And it's going to be a block in the back by the Aggies there. So not only does the ball come back and that negates a 20-yard gain, but that is going to be a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So the ball is going to be placed at the 42-yard line. So it's first down and 13 for the Aggies.
We dodged another one right there. We need to fix that screen.
And there's another screen run by the Aggies, caught by number 10 of the Aggies, and that is Brooks Avelar, and that brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for the Aggies, 6:18 left to go in the game.
They're going to keep running that until we solve it, and we have to solve it.
That's the second time they've run that play on both sides of the field, too. 6:09 left to go in the final frame, 21-6 advantage Aggies. Let's see what the Coyotes defense can do here. Second down and 10, ball is at the 45-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 H-back, 1 running back. Snap is away. Moreno cradles the ball, hands off to Dunn. Dunn cuts up, hits about maybe 2-3 yards. It's going to be third down and 7. Very key third down here for the Coyotes defense.
Yes. Maybe a timeout, but we'll see. Timeout would be good right now.
5:35. Yep, and you're right, Pops. The clock is ticking. 5:33, 5:32. The clock is going down. The gas is running out of the car. Let's see what happens here. The Coyotes do have all 3 timeouts in remaining. All 3 timeouts at their disposal. Third down and 7. Coyotes showing blitz with Rodriguez coming to the line of scrimmage. Pitches to number 1 of the.
Got him.
Yep, got him. No yard gain by Tommy Gee, the running back of the Aggies. So it's going to be fourth down and 6 right here.
It'll be interesting to see what they do. Let's see what they do.
What would you do?
I would punt, but...
Are you being biased? You want them to punt, right?
Yes.
Well, let's see. They are looking at the sideline for an offensive, what looks like an offensive play call. So it looks like they are going to go for it. 4:44 left to go in the game. 21-6 in favor of the Aggies. The Aggies are going to go for it on fourth down and 6 at their own 49-yard line. 1 running back in the backfield, 1 wide receiver to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side, 2 wide receivers to the far side. They fake like they were going to snap it. Then they look again to their offensive play caller, adjust the play, and get that call. And now the quarterback is barking signals to his wide receiver, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws a strike over to the slanting wide receiver. Good defense. Good defense by Alberto de la Garza, who makes the pass breakup.
Good defense. And we switched the field. Now we have it at the 49.
Yeah, and it's going to be very, very crucial for the Coyotes to strike quickly. There's only 4:13 left to go in the game. Is it Jared Hernan this time, Pops?
It is Jared Hernan this time.
13 left to go. 21-6. Aggies turned it over on down, so it's first down and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far end of the field, 2 wide receivers to the near side. And actually, I can't see who the running back is in the game, but it was Malachi Castano last time. It is still Malachi Castano, who makes a great block. And it throws the ball is thrown far to the far side of the field, but it was broken up by number 2 of the Aggies, Alexander Lockamy. Second down and 10 coming up for the Coyotes.
They tried to catch him off guard. They thought that Chris Rodriguez was going to run with the ball, but he threw a bomb.
4:05 left to go. The Coyotes are running out of time. 21-6 Aggies. And not sure what that signal was from the referee, but Coyotes are facing a second and 10 at their 49-yard line. Castano still in the game. Damian Rivera and number 5, Devin Franklin, lining up on the near side. Chris Rodriguez runs and takes the ball over to the corner, runs up and crosses the 40-yard line to the 45, and it's going to be a first down for the Coyotes at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Al, Brody is on crutches. I think he's got his ankle hurt, so it looks like it's going to be Chris in for the rest of the game.
Yep, Chris Rodriguez is going to be in for the rest of the game. Chris Rodriguez, the jack of all trades, the master punter, the stopper at the linebacker position, and the truck of a quarterback right now in the game. All 5'11", 220 pounds, 3:59 left to go in the game. Snap is off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds him, trying to find a man on the far side of the field, almost gets his man in Quentin Grant. Quentin Grant couldn't quite corral the ball in.
It was maybe 6 inches too tall, too high. It was just almost there.
And actually, Pops, in the halftime show, you did talk about how Rodriguez has a good arm, but he didn't have that rhythm because he's not in the game very consistently. So let's see if he can find that cadence that he needs, that momentum that he needs.
There you go.
All right, 3:53 left to go in the game. 21-6 in favor of the Aggies. Ball is at the 34-yard line. Chris Rodriguez is still in the game. Malachi Castano is his running back. Devin Franklin and Damian Rivera on the near side of the field in the Twins formation. Chris Rodriguez scrambling over, looking like Steve Young, over to the 50-yard line, trying to find a man, looking, points a man, directs his man down the field. There is an open wide receiver in the end zone, but Rodriguez overthrows him, and it would have been a touchdown for the Coyotes. Incomplete.
Ooh, that was so close. Again, he gives you another dynamic. He is a runner. He can run. He can get out there. Just need to work on his passes a little bit, and he's got it.
The ball is at the 34-yard line, and when he was scrambling, he made it to the 50-yard line. That's why I was talking about that Steve Young factor. He was evading all sorts of defenders coming at his way. There is an injury on the field, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907. First State Bank of Uvalde provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. There was no injury on the field. Everyone's just tired. Everyone was just taking a knee, and there was a timeout called. 3:39 left to go in the game. 21-6 in favor of the home team, the Aggies. Third down and 10 at the Aggies' 34-yard line for the Coyotes. Chris Rodriguez fakes the handoff, runs, crosses over to the 25-yard line, turns the corner, and almost gets to the 20-yard line. And it looks like that might be a First State Bank first down right there.
Yes, it is. It's cash in the bank. First State Bank.
First State Bank.
Yes, sir. Now, Chris gives us another dimension. They have to worry about him running. So let's see what happens here.
3:30 left to go in the game. Chris Rodriguez takes the snap, runs up the middle, tries to barrel forward, crosses the 20 over to the 18-yard line, giving everything he's got for every inch.
He's working it. He is working it. And they're getting tired. That's why they called the timeout last time. The whole defensive the team was on a knee.
And the Coyotes have 3 timeouts left. What do you think they should need to use one pretty soon?
Yes, pretty soon, because they need to conserve the time.
3:01 left to go in the game. 21-6 in favor of the Aggies. Advantage Aggies. 2nd down and 5 at the 18-yard line. Rodriguez takes the ball, looking downfield, trying to find a man. Throws to the far side of the field into double coverage. Does not find any man. Incomplete pass. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 for the Coyotes.
That was a dangerous pass. He needed to either find another receiver or throw it away, but that was very dangerous.
And it looks like it's going to be stopping the clock because it was an incomplete pass, so that is an advantage there. That's a pro there for an incomplete pass. 21-6, Aggies on top of the Coyotes right now. 2:45 left to go in the game. If you're just joining us, Brody Carnes is on crutches at the moment, so Chris Rodriguez is in at quarterback. Malachi Castano is his running back. Number 5, Devin Franklin on the near side of the field, the lone wide receiver to the near side of the field. Chris Rodriguez throws a strike to a slanting Damian Rivera for a 1st down. He takes a lick, but holds on to the ball. It's going to be a 1st down at the 1-yard line, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Chris Rivera time down up the middle.
Oh, it was a beautiful catch by Rivera.
Yes, it was.
My goodness. And he held on to that ball. I thought he was going to drop it. He got trucked. Oh, coming over the middle. Rodriguez takes the snap, runs up the middle, and in Chris Rodriguez fashion, turns up the field, and it's a touchdown for the Coyotes. 21-13, ladies and gentlemen. Pops, do they go for the 2-point conversion here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They need to go for the 2-point, and then do the onside kick.
2:30 left to go in the game. It is 21-13. Chris Rodriguez stays in the game. Malachi Castano comes in as well. He is the running back. If you're just joining us, Jaden Gonzalez is a little bit nicked up. He does have his pads off, so Malachi Castano is in the game. Abraham Ale is also the backup, so we've seen him just for a little bit. Coyotes are going for the 2-point conversion because they missed their extra point in the last touchdown they scored. Rodriguez takes the snap, runs up the middle, tries to find the corner and does not get it. It's going to stay 21-12 Coyotes. Aggies. 2:27 left in the game. Let's see what else they can do. They have momentum, but there's not a lot of time left.
Not a lot of time.
Yeah, we're going to go.
It's a 2-possession game now, so hey, they are fighting. They are fighting, and they're playing hard, and that's all you can ask.
Quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UValleyRadio.net.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UValleyRadio.net. If you're just joining us, the Coyotes did score a touchdown to cut their deficit from 21-6 to 21-12. They tried to go for the 2-point conversion with Chris Rodriguez going up the A-gap, but did not find the 2-point conversion. Onside kick here by the Coyotes. They do not recover the ball. The Aggies, number 13, catches the ball and goes down immediately. So with 2:27 left to go in the game, it is a 2-score game for the Coyotes. It's looking bleak, ladies and gentlemen, but like Pop said before we went to commercial break, they are fighting. They're scratching, they're clawing. What else do they need to do here to get some momentum going into the next game?
They just need to play hard and finish the game strong, and that's what they're doing. They are finishing strong, and the defense right here needs to stop. Just stop them, so that they can finish strong also.
Yeah, and they have. I mean, they only allowed one touchdown this half. It's 21-12, 2:27 left. The ball is snapped by the Aggies, who have the ball at the 45-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle, but no gain there. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Poteet.
And it's going to be a timeout.
Yep, timeout Coyotes here, so we're going to take a timeout ourselves. Quick break. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UValleyRadio.net.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. 2:21 left in the game. 21-12 advantage Aggies right now. We're broadcasting live out of Poteet, Texas. I'm Al Ortiz, your play-by-play announcer. With me, as always, is your color commentator, Simon Pops Ortiz, class of 76 and former Coyote left guard. Right now, the Aggies have the ball at the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 9. The clock is ticking down. It is a 2-score game, but the Coyotes are giving everything they have right now to not widen the gap in this deficit. Snap is off. Handoff to number 2 of the Aggies. Number 2 cuts up the field, crosses the 40, crosses the 35 into Coyote territory. Still on his feet, crosses the 30, and bringing down with him a pack of Coyotes to almost the 25-yard line of Uvalde.
Yep, he got the outside. He was able to gain the outside, and that's the only running play that they've really been able to hit is that slant to the outside.
2:10 left to go, 2:11 left to go in the game. The clock is stopping momentarily. The chains are moving. It is a first down at around the 27-yard line of the Coyotes. The Aggies once again knocking at the door. Uvalde is showing blitz. Not sure when the snap is going to come off. It looks like the Aggies are content to let the play clock run down to 10 seconds, 9, 8, and now the snap is finally off. Handoff again to number 2. Number 2 is just slicing through that Uvalde Coyotes defense and finds another chunk of yards up to the 20-yard line for about a 7-yard gain. That's Alexander Lockamy, a senior wide receiver / defensive back, also playing a little bit of running back there.
Need to play a little bit harder. Just play a little bit harder, and I think, just stop them. It's the end of the game. You want to finish in a positive note.
1:30 left to go in the game. 2nd down and 2 for the Aggies. 21-12 is the score. Poteet on top. It looks like the Coyotes are going to chalk up a loss to this one, but they are showing signs of life on offense. Right now, the Aggies are marching down the field, but it's bend but don't break time. Like you said, Pops, let's end this on a positive note. These Coyotes have shown emotion and grit time and again this season, so they can muster it up once again. Handoff is up to number 2, Lockamy. Lockamy only gets about 2 yards, but maybe got a first down. Did get a first down with 56 seconds left to go in the game. Not sure if the Aggies are going to try to score again, but they are marching down the field and the chains are moving.
Yes, I think they're, they might want to also end in a positive note, so they're going to try to run it down. No, they're not. They're going to do they are going to do a victory formation. Yeah. There's 42 seconds. The clock is ticking away. They have three running backs in the backfield with the quarterback, so it does look like they are going to kneel. Kneel, he does. 30 seconds left to go in the game. I think that is it. That's all she wrote. They don't need to kneel it again as the clock is going to run out. Ladies and gentlemen, your final score from Poteet, Texas. Aggies 21, Coyotes 12. First loss of the season for the Coyotes. A hard-fought loss, actually, but the Coyotes did score towards the end of the game and had a chance to come back, but it was not in the books. But we'll see what happens next week. Stick around for the post-game show, though. Again, from Poteet, Texas, 21-12. Coyotes come up short against the Poteet Aggies. You're listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Like so many great Texas institutions, it began as an idea, became a vision, and ended up being a legacy. The premier bank of Southwest Texas since 1907, First State Bank of Uvalde, provides banking solutions, services, and products with the highest quality customer service, delivered with Southern hospitality and Texas spirit. For all your banking, loan, mortgage needs, or just to grab a cup of coffee and talk about Friday night's Coyote victory amongst the ambience and artwork, we'll be looking down the road for you here at First State Bank of Uvalde. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Texas Farm Store backs the pack. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years at 236 East Nepal. Stop by for everything you need. Feed, seed, lawn and garden, animal health, custom mixing and grinding, tack, herbicides, pesticides, and even wild game feeders. At Texas Farm Store, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you with all your needs. Delivery is available. Please call for more information, 830-278-3713. And find Texas Farm Store online at txfarmstore.com.
Does your health have you on the sidelines? With over 20 specialty services, Uvalde Memorial Hospital has the winner's playbook of healing. Whether it's orthopedics, oncology, pain management, podiatry, radiology, or rehabilitation, Team UMH can offer you the quality, comprehensive health care you need to get back in the game of life. Call us today to learn more at 830-278-6251. Go Coyotes!
Lantana Realty salutes our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes and the legacy of our Coyotes and Lobos of years past. The wide variety of services that Lantana Realty's real estate professionals provide will prove valuable as they help you navigate financing twists and sales contract intricacies. Stop by Lantana Realty at 131 East Nopal or call 830-591-6658. Lantana Realty, Stephanie Sakinas Broker.
Everyone in my family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack.
Born in Uvalde, Texas, Skyway Entertainment is your home for premier dining and hospitality in the area, including the Local Fix Coffee Shop and the Local Fix on the Go, the historic Rexall Soda Fountain, Broadway 830 Artesian Pizza and Craft Beer, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, and the Sweet Life Candy Shop and Arcade. Skyway Entertainment, feeding the pack since 2015.
Texans team together, every red-blooded one of you, shoulder to shoulder, shaping history. We're in it for the long haul, together, and you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Tune in to Chamber Picks, the long-awaited reboot to the program where Uvalde football fans get together to talk about football. Each week, the Chamber Picks panel of forecasters try to predict the winner of a select number of football games. Join host J. Allen Carnes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center and LMG Productions. For more information, visit uvalde.org.
Introducing Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment, a subsidiary of Uvalco Supply who has served all of Southwest Texas's farm and ranch needs for over 35 years. Uvalco Power Sports and Equipment is your one-stop tractor, implement, trailer, lawnmower, and power sports dealer located in Bandera or Uvalde, including service locations at both dealerships. We have inventory, so visit uvalcotractors.com or find us on Facebook to connect with the salesman today.
Star Realty and Ranch Keller Williams invites you to join them as they cheer on our 2022 Uvalde Coyotes. Star Realty and Ranch are your premier real estate experts, and they're here to provide you with all the resources and information you need to buy or sell real estate. They work with buyers and sellers in the area and have had extensive training in order to provide you with top-of-the-line service. Call to find out more at 830-261-1970 or visit uvalderealty.com. Family owned and operated, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home was founded on one simple principle: service. With an all-new state-of-the-art facility, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home provides service at the highest level. Discover why Hillcrest is the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the Uvalde community. Call anytime at 830-333-3096 or find us on site at 424 Geraldine Street. Honor and celebrate life in a setting fit for remembering legends. Learn more at hillcrestmemorialfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here broadcasting live out of Poteet, Texas. Final score out of the Strawberry Capital is 21 Poteet Aggies, Uvalde Coyotes 12. The Coyotes dropped from 2-0 to 2-1 on the season, but it was a very hard-fought game for the Coyotes there. They were down 21-0 at one point, and then mounted somewhat of a small comeback there towards the end to make it 21-12. They were even in position to get a 2-point conversion to make it 21-14 with about 2 minutes left to go, which would have given them a chance at an onside kick. Even if they didn't get that onside kick, they had all three timeouts at their disposal. So, it's going to happen. It's a long drive. It's an hour-and-a-half drive from Tree City, and right now the Coyotes just came up short. So, have a chance to bounce back next week in Crystal City. But for right now, Pops, let's analyze the first half. Let's analyze the entire game and let the listeners know what you think went wrong.
Well, the first thing, Al, is, there was a big to do last week, and there was a mental letdown. There was a mental letdown by the team, and it might have been mental exhaustion from everything that happened last week. All the hoopla and all the attention and all of the activities that they went through. And that affects you. And they were on a high, and now they faced reality. This team was the team that they played. That it was a good team, but I'll tell you what, it's not like they were number 333 or whatever they are in state, and we're 775. No. We're a lot closer. They were evenly matched. The big difference was the mental letdowns that we had. In the first half, we were at the 3-yard line, and we couldn't punch it in. We had a illegal procedure, knocked us back, so on and so forth. It's just the fact of the matter is that the kids were mentally fatigued. That's my opinion. Now, what really happened, who's to say? But I think there was a few mental errors that they couldn't overcome. This was by far a much better team than the previous two that we have played. But I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the kids because they kept fighting. They kept fighting and going forward. They played hard until the very end, and they did not give up. And that's the mark of a winner. And I'm looking forward to next week because I think they're going to be motivated to come out and play a lot better than they did today.
And, they say that, the football season, no matter what level, it's a marathon, not a sprint. There's going to be ups and downs, ebbs and flows. And this was definitely a down moment for the team. But it also can be a teaching moment. It can also be an awakening moment for the team, right?
Yes, it can be. And, the other thing that I noticed is there was a few players that got injured and hurt and were out of the game. It's gonna give the coaches an opportunity to get some of those second and third string guys in there and see what they have and see if they can play. And you know what? I saw a couple of those kids that came in and really performed, and I was very, very impressed with them. And I think that that's going to help the team later on because if those kids that are hurt come back next week, they'll have some playing time under the belts that's going to help the team later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. And, speaking of the players who came in, there was a player that came out, and that was Brody Carnes there for a little bit. If he's not able to play, what can we expect to see out of this Coyotes team moving forward? Is that going to be something that is going to be a storyline there the entire week? Or, we saw him on crutches at some point.
He was on crutches during the game, but at the end of the game, when I saw him walking off the field, he was walking with a limp, but without crutches. So that's a good sign as far as his health is concerned. What's going to happen if Chris Rodriguez has to take his place as far as the quarterback? It's going to change the complexion of the offense. It's going to look more like a dual threat quarterback running the offense than a passing quarterback. Now, Brody has speed. He can run, but he only runs when he has to. With Chris, they run him on purpose. So it's a different type of runner that Chris is, and it's going to be a different team with him in there. What needs to happen is Chris needs to go ahead and take more reps and throw more passes so that he can get his practice in and be able to be a little more accurate in his throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and it's like you said at halftime, Chris Rodriguez, he's a good passer. You can tell he has an arm, but they send him into the game as a quarterback specialist, essentially, because he's a running quarterback, but he does have an arm. He just doesn't have the time to get in the game and get into a rhythm, right?
Yes, they were bringing him in like a wildcat quarterback and then sometimes throwing him, and it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're only throwing one or two passes a game. But once he got in there and started throwing the ball on a consistent basis, he was starting to get his aim better as far as his passes were concerned. And I'm impressed with what he did. Now, what's going to happen is that if they have to play him at quarterback next week, somebody's going to have to step up in the defensive linebacking core. So, again, and I saw one young man, I think number 33.
Number 33 for the Coyotes is Devin Brown, junior. Well, he's a defensive lineman, so
he might have gone in there also as a linebacker. I don't know, but there was one young man that went in for Chris a little bit after he had to start at quarterback. He's going to have to step up, and if Chris is going to be playing quarterback, because it is kind of hard to play two ways, as you could tell. At the end of when it was about with 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, the whole defensive personnel of the Aggies were down on the knee before they even called a timeout. They had to call a timeout because they were so gassed. So Chris Rodriguez somebody's gonna have to step up in the defensive linebacking core if Chris is going to be starting at quarterback.
And let's talk about the defense here. Now that we're talking about Chris Rodriguez, the linebacker, let's talk about the defense and as a whole. They did start off the game strong. The running back for the Aggies, number 40, Seth Dunn, wasn't getting a lot in between the tackles. I mean, it was a credit to Aaron Graves and Brian Troop and those types of players who are plugging up the middle and minimizing those yardage opportunities.
Yes, there was only one. Again, it was a mental lapse. On defense, they let him out on the outside, and he ran 40 yards or 35 yards, whatever it was. It was that one time. Now, towards the end of the game, they started that number two. Their number two, the Aggies' number two, was able to run some sweeps and get some good yardage. Mm-hmm. But if you'll notice, if we go back to the tape, you'll see that was after we failed in the 2-point conversion, and there was going to be a letdown, and the letdown was because it was a 2-point a 2-possession game now with 3 minutes left or 2 minutes left in the game. So the defense naturally has a letdown, but they stiffened and the clock ran out.
Yeah, and speaking of so we talked about the defensive line. We talked about the linebackers. Those defensive backs, they were playing a heck of a game, but they were having some trouble tackling on those wide receiver screens that were getting chunks of yardage. I think there was maybe 3 wide receiver screens, not consecutively, in the sequence of the plays, but 3 times they ran it. And 3 times it worked to perfection, about maybe at least 15 yards per play.
When we were looking at the stats in the first part of in the pregame, the quarterback Moreno had 250 yards here, 290 yards there. I'm interested to see how many of those yards were after the catch, because he was throwing a lot of sideline or wide receiver screens that the wide receivers were able to get 15, 20, 30 yards. Yeah. So, and also I'd like to see how many passing yards he had this game, because I venture to guess he's not going to have as many as he had in the previous games.
No, definitely not. So, all right, well, guys, just a recap. It was a 21-12 loss by the Coyotes. We're here in Poteet, Texas. They lost to the Aggies. They do drop to 2-1. It was a hard-fought effort, and it was a close game for most of the game. The Coyotes were down 21-0 at one point, but it just didn't reflect how close the game was throughout the entirety of the contest.
And they fought back.
Yeah, and they fought back. So go ahead, Pops.
We're going to forget about this game, and we're going to be thinking about the Javelinas. No, the Crystal City Javelinas.
Yeah, and we're going to do some studying up on them. Let's see how we match up against them. But for right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. On the flip side of the break, we're going to talk about the Star Realty and Ranch Player of the Game, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the Javelinas, just basically game time, where and when, and all that good stuff. So stick with us. This is the Coyote Pack broadcast, only on UvaldeRadio.net.
Everyone in my family family uses electricity differently, but when it comes to Medina Electric Cooperative, we all think about it the same way. The co-op is power. Sure, electricity turns the lights on, but power is the information I get from my co-op about efficiency, safety, technology. And I trust the co-op because we are the co-op. They're our neighbors, our friends, our home. Visit medinaec.org and discover the power of your co-op today. Powering members, empowering communities.
Medina Electric Cooperative backs the pack. Friday Night Lights, marching bands, school spirit cheers. High school football is happening now. Auto World Uvalde is proud to support all the brave young athletes and to be a part of this wonderful coyote fighting spirit. When you're ready to touch down on great savings on a new ride, stop by Auto World Uvalde. Test drive and let us help you find what you're looking for. Plus, get warranty forever at no cost to you. Visit AutoWorldUvalde.com today. Go Coyotes!
All right, guys, welcome back to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. We are going to leave Poteet, Texas momentarily, and we're going to leave with a loss, but with a hard-fought loss and optimism for the rest of the season for these Uvalde Coyotes. Pops, we're going to turn to the Star Realty and Ranch player of the game. Who is it in your opinion and why?
Well, Al, he is one of the cornerbacks. His name is
Alberto de la Garza.
Alberto de la Garza. He had so many pass breakups, and I mean, that young man was all over the field breaking up those passes. Outstanding game for Mr. De La Garza.
Yeah, him alongside Juve Esparza, they found themselves in double. They double covered a wide receiver at multiple points during the game, and I mean honestly, and Alberto De La Garza found himself in isolation situation. No matter the case, he always seemed to be around to break up the pass. He was caught off guard a little bit on those wide receiver screens, but I mean, be that as it may, I mean, his body of work in the entire season, there always seems to be an interception or a pass breakup, or an interception, an almost interception, and a pass breakup by Alberto De La Garza. And what's more impressive is that he's also a sophomore. So the Coyotes have themselves a cornerstone at cornerback for the foreseeable future.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And kudos to the whole defensive backfield because they played an outstanding game. They only had maybe one long pass. Every other pass was those side screens to the wide receivers. So they played an outstanding game. Our defensive backs.
A lot to work on for the Uvalde Coyotes. Great play by the defensive backfield. We'll hope that Brody Carnes is healthy and ready for the next game. We also hope that Jaden Gonzalez is healthy and ready for the next game. The Uvalde Coyotes starting running back. Hopefully they're okay. And then we would be remiss if we didn't mention that Aggie Aviles was carted off the field earlier. So we send our prayers over to him and his family that he is okay and that we see him in the maroon and white soon. Speaking of that, we have Crystal City coming up on Friday, September 16th at 7 p.m. in Crystal City, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the pregame, as always, starting at 6:30, 30 minutes before the game, and then we'll have play-by-play analysis, interviews, all that good stuff. So, Pops, final thoughts before we sign off from Poteet, Texas.
We are Uvalde, and Uvalde, the pack is back.
The pack is back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hey, Pops, do you think that they are going to beat Crystal City?
Hey, does the coyote howl at the full moon?
That's right, baby. We'll see you guys in Crystal City on September 16th, Friday at 6:30 p.m. with kickoff at 7 p.m. You have been listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast only on UvaldeRadio.net. See you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Coyote Pack broadcast with Simon and Al Ortiz on UvaldeRadio.net. Tonight's broadcast was made possible by the support of our sponsors: Texas Farm Store, Star Realty and Ranch, Uvalde Memorial Hospital, Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home, Skyway Entertainment, Texan Bank, Medina Electric Cooperative, Lantana Realty, Uvalco Supply, Power Sports and Equipment, Vulcan Materials Company, Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, and First State Bank of Uvalde. The Coyote Pack broadcast was produced Produced by Robert Miguel Rodriguez. Coyote Pack Broadcast Apparel. Provided by Southwest Uniforms and Embroidery. Very special thanks to Uvalde CISD Superintendent Dr. Hal Harrell, Uvalde CISD Executive Director of Communications and Marketing, Anne Marie Espinosa, and Uvalde CISD Athletic Director and Head Football Coach Wade Miller and staff. We are Uvalde Strong. We now return to our regular broadcast on UvaldeRadio.net.